All right, welcome back, everybody. You're listening to the Pillaging Podcast, the #1 podcast in Raider Nation. I'm Kenny Stapler, joined every week by
your boy Chick.
Kane, what's up?
Bobby Wasabi.
Oh, yeah. We got a big show for you guys tonight, but first and foremost, be sure you like and subscribe to the show on YouTube and or leave a review for us on your podcast service of choice. Big... I don't know what that noise is. But anyways, big birthday shout out to Jon Gruden, your head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. Somebody out there in the nation, they had a little birthday message for them, and it was Jon Gruden himself. We're going to play it for you right now.
Oh. Birthday. Happy birthday to me. Cha cha cha. Happy birthday to me. Cha cha cha. Happy birthday, dear Johnny. Knock on wood if you're with me. It's pretty good, man.
It's pretty good. Nobody does it better than Frank Caliendo. Happy birthday, Jon Gruden. Best wishes to you on your birthday. And best wishes to you in the season. Once again, thank you to everyone that's been donating to the show. You can donate at paypal.me/PJ4F or by clicking that little cash icon if you're watching the YouTube live. And if you haven't done so, I encourage you to clear some time on a Sunday night and join us. And I'm showing too much of our notes right now and don't need the listening audience to get ahead of us. In the meantime, if you don't want to donate to us, you can help out our partners. Make sure you visit onenationfanwear.com for the greatest gear in the nation. Right now, if you enter capital PJ, the number 4F at checkout, you will get free shipping. Right now, during this COVID shutdown, shipping is expensive. So this is a huge savings being passed on to you by our partner, onenationfanwear.com. Also, make sure you take a pic and tag #1N to have your pick featured on the One Nation website. So if you do order some gear from onenationfanwear.com, take that nice little selfie of you all glowed up in the silver and black and put it out there into the social media, #1N on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. Yeah, let's take a look at the website. Actually, the website got a new design this week, looking pretty damn fresh. You can see some of these personal photos right here. You got our man Shorty down here, looking real spiffy in the Nation graph hat. We got some new gear. We got seasonal gear coming soon. Hoodies will be making their return. You're going to have a Pillaging hoodie on the onenationfanwear.com website, as well as a Proudly Hated hoodie. Yes. Bobby giving us that insider knowledge. Also new right now is the all-white, super icy Pillaging Just for Fun hat. That snapback looking real fresh. Bobby, you're rocking that Proudly Hated, which is no longer available.
It's limited edition.
Limited edition, just like this Pillaging hat right now. So if you like this, if you like what you see here, I recommend you snatch it up soon. Don't balk at the price, $29.95, but you are going to get free shipping. And these hats are quality, man. I wear my Proudly Hated or my Pillaging hat every single day. All of my New Era caps have been kicked to the side. This is what I wear now. This is how I do it, as well as the rest of the crew. And then you can see some more of these photos here down at the bottom. Face masks are available once again. You can see the whole crew right there rocking some of the One Nation fan wear gear. Jalen Richard himself rocking some One Nation designs. Yes, One Nation did design that shirt right there. And got another handsome gentleman rocking some gear. So if you want to get your picture up on the website, make sure you #1N. And if you don't want your picture on the website, #1N anyways. Support, man. Support. Those of you that are into fantasy football are going to want to maybe tune in next week. We might have a new affiliate sponsorship. I won't say anything more about that right now. We got to talk to the crew about it and make sure everything's cool. But we might be passing on some savings to you guys in that realm as well. But without further ado, let's get this thing cracking by cracking open some cold ones. All right, boys, let the pillagers at home know what you're sipping on and what you've been up to.
Oh, man. Well, it's only right. It's only fitting, I think, that we start the show off with a good, classic Modelo time. Since we'll be talking about some Modelo time.
Damn.
And you know what? It was an accident on my part because I didn't get the quality beers in the fridge quick enough. So they're still cooling. but it serves its purpose, man. We're gonna go ahead and crack this Modelo time because we'll be talking about the new sponsor of the Raiders. That's right, Modelo. All right, so let's go ahead and pour it out like we usually do. It's that good old-fashioned Mexican lager.
Wait, I thought we were sponsored because I also have a Modelo too. What a coincidence!
Yeah. Cheers!
Salud.
Cheers! Hey, Modelo, you're Raider. You're part of the Raider fam now. Modelo.
I don't know if the Pillaging Podcast is sponsored by Modelo, but we definitely sponsor Modelo.
Oh yeah, we sponsor, man. We're lifetime sponsors, bro.
Is that one of those Modelos that made their way to you via our camping trip, via me borrowing your cooler, via fire?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it was. Your boy Kenny Stapler was my sponsor for this Chelas Gold Chess segment. Your boy Kenny Stapler took a little camping trip with the fam. Came by, borrowed the tailgate ice chest, the famous tailgate ice chest, you know, because it resides here in my home. So he came by to pick that up, scooped it up, and then graciously brought it back with beers in it. I mean, could you ask for a better friend, man? Could you ask for a better friend? I think not. That's how it's done. If you ever borrow an ice chest from your buddy, you better bring that shit back to him with some beers in it and let him know you weren't there with us, but I brought the party to you, brother. And
That's
I appreciate you, dog. I appreciate you.
Yo, that's like borrowing the car and then like filling it up with gas.
That's exactly
that's
what
the equivalent, dude.
Hey,
exactly what it is.
I mean, I didn't expect them to fill that bitch up because there's 196 cans that can fit up in there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you did good, brother. You did
I did
good.
all right. We bought, I think, 330 something packs of Modelo, and that was whatever was left over from that. So I took a good like 60 of those down by myself probably, but
Hey.
it was a long camping trip. It was a 4-day trip and it was really hot out there. Also, I did you another favor. I removed all the Trulies and White Claws from that cooler and left you with one cut water Bloody Mary, which I thought was pretty damn tasty.
Hey, you know what? I liked it, man. I wasn't sure about it. I was like, oh man, it's a Bloody Mary. I don't know about these canned mixed drinks. You know, like I'm kind of unsure about it, but it was decent, man. It was good. It had some nice flavor to it, nice spice on it. I appreciated that, man. I had that with my dinner.
There you go. Yeah, I thought it tasted better than a lot of Bloody Marys I've had in bars. Not better than the best ones I've had, but definitely better than all the average ones I've had. Vinny says he's got a couple ice chests I can borrow. Well, right on, Vinny. Right on, brother.
Yeah. Hey, real quick though, I do want to before we move on from the segment, Kane, you want to share what you're drinking on? You want to share what you're sipping on, bro? Because we have.
I'm just drinking water, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure we didn't miss you because I think last week we kind of sped ahead, or the week before you didn't get a chance to share that with us. So I want to make sure that you got.
I got that water. Yeah, I got that water.
Water gang.
Water. Yo, so I want to give a shout out too because another member of Raider Nation. My dad has no choice; he has to be part of Raider Nation because. There's no other team in this household.
That's right.
It's Raiders, Dodgers, Lakers, and if you ain't with it, you gotta go. You gotta go. So happy birthday to my pops, man, and one of the newer members of Raider Nation, my little girl. So my little girl celebrated her birthday on the 17th. My dad's birthday was today. And of course, with the stuff being the way it is, we didn't really get a chance to have an official party for either of them, but we did our best. We celebrated them, got them presents and cake and all that good stuff. And hopefully all this stuff starts to subside, the fires subside, and the COVID starts to subside, and all the other nonsense that gets in the way starts to subside, and we can get together and at least celebrate them the way we like to, which is with a house full of family members and friends. So cheers to you, Pops.
Let's give the listeners cheers. Definitely cheers. I got water, but cheers. Let's give the listeners a little update. What's going on over here? I know a few of you guys have contacted us, making sure we're okay. We do appreciate that. We're all here, so we're all doing good. Air quality outside is miserable. I mean, it is hazardous, listed as now hazardous in Hollister. It is borderline here in Gilroy, California. I don't know how it is in Concord or Watsonville, guys, but you want to give an update on your air quality, where the fire's at in relation to where you're living. Kane, you want to go first?
Oh, the air quality is bad, man. I can smell it in my hallways in my building. Get outside, it's bad. It's hazy outside. It's so bad. You know, the smoke, you can see it in the air. Yeah. So it's starting to become a norm. You know what I'm saying? Man.
That's the motto. 2020, I can't breathe. That's the motto, man, because it's just they're trying to suffocate us every 2 months in a different way. Bobby, Watsonville, man, you're the CZU Lightning Complex fire out there, real close to you. How are you guys living out there? What's the air quality like?
It's just till recently we started getting a little bit of a breeze, so we get little pockets of breathing room, which is cool because I could take little Bobby boy out for a walk, you know, so he can go do his business and whatnot. But yeah, man, it's not good. I definitely have checked the air quality meter thing, and it just has a sad emoji face, and I was like, dude, I'm like, that's not even in telling the whole story of it, man. That's just the air quality, the people alone that got to run, man. So it's crazy, man. Last time I've seen so many like evacuation centers and stuff like that was back in the earthquake in '89. I still remember that stuff, and so it's crazy seeing this all over again, man. Seeing how many people. So I'm glad people are actually helping out there. I was going to the store the other day, and I saw a bunch of people just loading up truckloads of like toilet paper, you know, hand towels, a bunch of waters, and I was like, I know those people aren't hoarding that stuff. I know they're gonna go take that out there, and I'm like, that's fucking cool, yo. That's right on. I'm like, that's what we need right there. People, you know, looking out for each other, man. So I dig it. It just sucks that it has to come at such a high price, man, because you know it is getting pretty wild out there.
Yeah, and I don't know how far the story's gone, so just to let you guys know that are not in California, there's over 360 wildfires in California right now. You know, tens and tens of thousands of acres are burning from the north to the south, all the way from Sonoma County, all the way down, I think, as far as maybe Santa Barbara. But I know right here in the Bay Area, we're surrounded by it. Northeast side of town where I'm at, the fire's creeping in. It is a very small fire, so thanks for everyone that's checked in on us. I'm in the southwest side of town, so we're pretty safe unless that fire decides to jump the freeway and somehow catches Mount Madonna. Then we're all in trouble down here. But thoughts and prayers go out to everybody that have been evacuated. It's sad to see some houses are getting looted that have been evacuated. And of course, even worse to see that houses are being burned down. So I think everyone here in this Zoom chat on this podcast probably at least knows somebody or knows someone that knows somebody that's been evacuated. It's a lot of that going on right now. My alma mater, UC Santa Cruz, is on voluntary evacuation. I think they may have even upgraded that to evacuation over the weekend. So right now we're all waiting because what started this is I was on that camping trip last weekend and I saw it. There was a bunch of dry lightning that was out there in the sky. It was touching down all over California and set off all these fires. And it's expected that we might get more lightning tonight, although it is good news to see some areas at least getting a little bit of rain, a little bit of moisture in the air. And I know that's helping with the air quality. It cleared up a bit today. It was hazy. It didn't smell as bad as it looked. Yesterday was much nicer. The day, couple days before that was horrible down there in Hollister where Chay's at. Man, you could taste it down there. I mean, ash is falling like snow in Hollister right now.
Yep. Yeah, it's right. It's exactly that, man. It looks like snow, man. And Hollister is a weird little town, man. We get the heat, kind of like Gilroy does, you know, a little bit lower in terms of the temperature, but we get the heat. But we always are welcomed with an afternoon breeze, an afternoon wind, if you will. Kenny will correct me if I say breeze, if I call it a breeze.
Yeah, fucking wind, bro.
It comes in kicking, but all that wind comes in, you know, from the west. So it comes in from places like Santa Cruz, Monterey, you know, Watsonville, all the coastal area, right? So all that starts to seep in this way, and you know, it kind of, you know, during regular times, it comes in the form of fog, comes in the form of some clouds sometimes. But unfortunately, with the circumstances being what they are, now it's the smoke, and it's just being dragged in here. Basically, from 4 o'clock on, the air quality just starts to take a really, really bad shift. And yesterday, I think they have a rating scale of like 0 to 200 or something like that, and we were like at 190 yesterday, like around 6 o'clock in the afternoon, or so it was pretty bad, man. Just walking outside and you're looking in front of you and you got this haze, and it's like maybe 20-30 yards in front of you with a haze in front. So it's pretty bad. The ash is falling all over the place. Go outside, all the trees, cars, and the plants are covered in it. So you just gotta bear down and just kind of stay indoors. Try to avoid being outside because it's really bad. Today was much better though.
That scale goes past 200 because early this morning you guys were rated at 220.
Okay,
so,
see?
Yeah. So not to make fun of it, but if y'all probably wish you didn't have stockpiles of toilet paper inside your house right now, because I think
what if I said that we still do? No. Yeah. No, we have a little bit of toilet paper left over from the initial. We went and we bought it's toilet paper that nobody wants to use though. We had to go to like the Mexican market, and they had that industrial toilet paper that that they put in their bathrooms for like their employees, and they were selling that shit on the floor. And I had to buy one of those packs one of those days, man. That we were desperate for toilet paper. As soon as we could make this
rolls.
Yeah. As soon as we can make the switch, bro, we drop that shit. That shit's been sitting in the garage. So if we have to, we'll tap back into it, man. That good old sandpaper toilet paper.
Yeah, that shit that dissolves like the Constitution. It's like rice paper. Yeah. Like wiping your butt with. Yeah,
that's perfect rolling paper, dog. It's thin enough to roll, dog. Trust me.
And in case you guys didn't know, on top of all this, we're actually experiencing a record heat wave. Just about a week and a half ago, we had a land record, 130 degrees down in the desert. Yep. And the weekend that I was out camping, I think it topped out at about 115 degrees. So all of that factors in, and it's hot right now. So anyways, that was a long intro to the show, but just to kind of let you guys know on a personal note, everything that's going on. I also celebrated a birthday this week, so happy birthday to me. I am very young, 33 years old at this. 43 years old at this point.
I'm raising the roof for you, bro.
Salud.
Happy birthday to my dog. Yeah.
Thank you.
Salud.
Thank you.
Look at this one's for you, bro. This one's for you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Modelo dimes too, bro.
You're the pillaging. Shout out to Pete. Thanks for the donation. $5.
It's a lot of Leos, man. A lot of Leos.
For sure. Pete says y'all can come to Washington and crash on my couch if the fires get too bad, or I'll drive down there in a fire truck. Stay safe. Thank you, Pete. A lot of Leos. Yeah, and a shout out to my cousin Barb, another very strong diehard member of Raider Nation. He came out to the final game in Oakland. You might have met my cousin Barb. She's a hell of a person. So shout out to her. And shout out to me and my lady who are celebrating our 4th anniversary this week on the 26th.
Nice.
Shout out to my aunt who has the same birthday as me. A lot of August birthdays. Shout out to my moms who had a birthday on August 5th. So
in the chat though, shout out to the chat. Happy birthday, Kobe. Somebody said happy birthday, Kobe.
Happy birthday. And shout out to my sister-in-law who celebrated her birthday just recently as well. So birthday wishes all around. Let's get to it, guys. It is time to start the show. Friday's practice at Allegiant Stadium. Bobby Wasabi, take it away, bro.
Oh, yes. It was unfortunately close to the public. I know. I was actually pretty excited. I really wanted to go. And if anything, I actually was looking up on Craigslist for free rides. And be like, yeah, anybody going to Vegas? Hey, I'll chip in on gas. Good conversations. Nah, hell no. I'm not going to do that. That's weird, dude. I saw that documentary.
If you search free ride Vegas on Craigslist, you might get mixed results. I'm just
Well, there you go. See, so I'm glad I didn't do it. But anyways, we did have some sort of some sort of a scrimmaging and whatnot going on with, pads and everything. It wasn't full speed. It wasn't nothing like that. But, we have been practicing with pads on the whole week, and they figured, why not, get them out there, so that way they can, get a feel for the place. And, and speaking of feel, a lot of them were actually examining the field. They were actually, touching the grass, and you could see them. It was pretty funny. Just they were all tripping out on it, just like it was the first time they've ever seen grass. And if anything, they were actually, giving a lot of shout outs to the ground sweeping crew. It was Jed and Richard who commented, the yard keepers for the field have done a great job. It's really fast. It's comfortable. I know a couple of guys that thought it was going to be artificial turf, but it turned out to be real grass. So we're very, very excited. And you know what? Grass is always nice, in my opinion. So bam, there you go. Not only that too, like I said, they were going to have the actual feel of the game. So, they were actually, bussed in, taken to the locker rooms. They got to actually, suit up and everything with some fresh new threads. And I'm pretty sure I heard a couple windows breaking because, people probably throwing their phones out thinking that the uniform changed completely. Relax, Raider Nation. It wasn't that bad. It was just a little patch that was put over where they had the 60 years anniversary. It's the exact same thing right there over. And all it was just a patch of the state of Nevada with the Raider shield on top of the Death Star with the words inaugural season Las Vegas 2020. And like I said, man, a lot of my gear says Oakland Raiders, Oakland. But I'm not gonna lie, yo, that patch looks pretty clean on that jersey. That's just my opinion, though. I'm not sure about you guys. If you guys got a second to check, to take it out, check it out or whatever. But
I have not. Let me pull it up here. What's the name of it?
It's the inaugural season Las Vegas 2020 patch.
Yeah. It's in the shape of Nevada, right?
Yep, exactly. And everybody was sporting it. And like I said, it was that fresh, clean look to go with that fresh, clean stadium. And it was awesome, man. Like I said, I'm not going to lie. I'm all about Oakland, but that patch on that jersey in that stadium with our new home, perfect. I'm not going to lie.
Yo, to add to that though, Bobby, and this is something that I saw over the weekend, so we didn't include it in the notes, but the regular season tickets, the season tickets were sent out to season ticket holders.
Really?
And yeah, and they came with the patch. So that patch came inside the setup.
Wow.
Bro,
yeah.
You got to look this up right now, Kenny. You got to pull this up and see how these tickets were mailed to people. There is a replica, a little toy replica of the stadium with the ticket sitting in it with a patch, and then you pull it open, and when you open the box, it actually plays the Autumn Wind. Dun, 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 dun,
Damn.
dun. Yeah, and then you can pull it out and it shows the field. You have the field. It's legit, man. I was extra jealous, bro.
Wow.
It's on Twitter.
Extra jealous. Look at that.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
People was posting it on Twitter. That shit had me mad. I was like, man, I don't even want to see it.
There's a video. There's a video of it that gives it some real. Somebody posted everyone that's been getting their tickets, right, has been posting videos of how they got their tickets.
Here it is, right here. Hold on.
It's obviously they didn't get a chance to use those tickets, right? They're not gonna get a chance to use those tickets, but it's a nice little
Have you seen the tickets? The actual tickets
they're dope. They got the pictures of the stadium on it. Yeah, they're dope. Look at this.
They dope.
Look at this. Got the sound on this.
That's clean. Is that lit up too on the side? That is too clean. God damn, man.
Fucking A.
That
makes me mad I didn't get the motherfucking $1,000 PSLs when I should have, man.
It's times like these that makes me hate that I'm broke, bro.
This is what it feels like to want things, get people. This is what it feels like to be broke.
Yo, you see those tickets? Yo, that was some clean pictures.
Yeah.
Man.
No joke, bro. That shit's beautiful.
Too
That
fresh.
shit's beautiful.
Oh,
I'm jealous. I'm
man,
jealous
dude.
of y'all, man.
Yes, definitely jelly all over, dude. Because
Oh man, yep.
mm-hmm.
That
But
was JT the Brick's son there in the video. So
oh, was it?
shout out to Junior Brick Junior.
Well, you know what? And speaking of a junior, owner Mark Davis welcomed the Las Vegas Raiders to their new home. Quote, "Welcome to the Death Star, where our opponents' dreams come to die. My father always said that the greatness of the Raiders is in its future. Well, today, that future truly starts. This magnificent stadium was built on the backs of thousands of players, coaches, administrators, and fans who for the past 60 years have proudly worn the silver and black. This is our field of dreams. This is our house. The stadium's personality will be defined by you. So take pride every time you step on this field wearing those same black jerseys and silver helmets. You are the Raiders. So I'll leave you with these 3 words. Just win, baby. Welcome home."
Badass.
Damn. I'm not gonna lie. I heard that I kind of got some chills, and I was like, "Whoa!" That's why, like normally I would have, done the whole impression, had the green screen of the Chevy Astro in the back, and comb the hair down and everything. I was ready to do it, but
You sound just like
dude.
You sound just like him, to be fair.
Hey, those words, man, they just rang badass. So I was like, you know what? I gotta do it justice, man. I gotta get my real narration skills going on right here.
There you go.
Man, say what you want about this move. Say what you want about Mark, but they've been hitting him out of the park the last few months here. From that season ticket package to the speech to the Modelo sponsorship. Did we cover the Modelo sponsorship in full?
No, we did not. No, we did not. So if
can we carrot mark that in here, Bobby?
Yeah, hell yeah.
We're on the stadium. Can we carrot mark that in here?
Right up in there.
All right.
Yo, so as you said, the Raiders have been making moves, man, and your boy Mark Davis is sitting pretty right now, despite all his critics, despite everyone that likes to hate on him. I mean, we throw our shots at Mark Davis when we can. We have a good time with it. You can't look like that and not get out get out of the light of fire. You're gonna get some. You're gonna get some, Mark Davis. You got that haircut, you're gonna get some, Mark Davis. All right, but listen. Listen, this man, say all that you will about him moving from Oakland to Las Vegas. We have a beautiful fucking stadium, man. A stadium that's finally worthy of the fan base, okay? In terms of we're the most loyal, the most dedicated, the most caring, the most loving fucking fan base that there is. I don't care what anybody else says. I haven't seen it. It doesn't exist elsewhere. If you think you guys got anything on the Raider Nation, you're fucking crazy, okay? Because it doesn't exist anywhere else. Raider Nation is one of a kind, and we've always been in the doghouse. We've always been the redheaded stepchild of the NFL, and finally, this fan base has a stadium worthy of its fans. It's finally got a stadium worthy of itself, right? So, with it, everyone wants to jump on board, bro. And the Raiders are doing a great job of grabbing these sponsorships, man. And what better way than to say, we love you, fans, than to do what they should do, and that's go out and get yourself a Modelo time fucking sponsorship, bro. Come on now. You know how many homies are out there in the parking lot at Oakland Coliseum with a ice chest full of Modelos like that? The homeboys out there, they're loving it right now. They're like, I get my favorite beer and my favorite team all together. This is wonderful. So this deal was announced on Wednesday, man. It's the latest of many, right? Okay, the Mexican lager that we all love and know as Modelo is going to be in the stadium. They have a variety of areas that they're going to be having different sponsorships at. They're going to have this outdoor area that you're seeing right now, which is where the field is when it's not game day, right? But when it's game time, they're going to have this outdoor area where the field tray sits during the week. That's going to be the Modelo, like the Modelo outdoor area. And that place, as Mark Davis put it, it's going to be a Super Bowl-esque type of atmosphere. Okay. He says there's going to be stages out there. There's going to be performances. There's going to be tents with all kinds of different things going on, all kinds of different activities. I would assume that they're going to have something like what they had in Oakland with the Raider Zone, where they had, out in the B lot for the kids and the families to come through, meet old players, and get involved that way. This is all positive, man. But the most important part of it is what you saw first, which is the Modelo Cantina Club, right? That Modelo Cantina Club, bro. That shit is 26,000 square feet.
Damn.
Of a cantina club. Okay.
And how many guys dressed like Pitbull can you fit in there?
That sounds like a math question, bro. It's like I wasn't expecting to do so much work today, dog.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know. I hope I don't see Pitbull there, man. I can't stand that motherfucker. But but this place is gonna be huge, and so it has a bunch of bars within itself, right? Because it's a gigantic area, and they're all Modelo related, but also because Modelo's parent company is Constellation Brands, which also owns Robert Mondavi's Woodbridge wines. That has now become the official wine of the Raiders. So they're going to have a bar that serves the Woodbridge wine there. And I only have to say this because as soon as I read that, my heart kind of felt for Charles Woodson. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, your boy, Seawood, has a wine. And you're not gonna give him a shot to be up in the stadium. I mean, that's a dog, man. Like, Seawood came back after winning the Super Bowl, came back to the Raiders, and he knew that team wasn't gonna go anywhere. He was like, I'm gonna come back and provide leadership, and I'm gonna hope that my leadership propels these guys. And he did. He actually did. He actually propelled them into a winning team in 2016, right after he retired. But my heart felt for you, Seawood. You could come through the Pillaging Podcast and sponsor us, bro. Hey, we'll serve up your wine. We'll serve up your wine, Seawood. We'll have no hesitation in that, man. Okay, we'll put that out there at the tailgate. We'll pass it on to people. The word will get out, son. But yeah, that's man. So
that's a good wine too. We tried that wine.
It is a good wine.
It's a really good wine.
One of the reps came last season, hung out with us, spoke a little bit about it, and they provided us a bottle, and it was delicious. So we're gonna go ahead and hold out that offer. Seawood, you're welcome to sponsor the Pillaging Podcast. Send us some bottles. And we will pop those bottles and we will serve them up to all the Raider Nation as soon as possible. And we'll put it up right here, man. You can send me a bottle. We'll do a wine conche. It doesn't have the same ring to it.
Winos conche.
Winos conche.
Uvas conche.
That's gonna be just a segment just where Che gets all sloppy on wine, dog.
Oh man. Hey, listen. Wine's no joke, man. I know most people that drink beer are like, fuck wine, but wine's no joke. You have wines that are like 12, 14% alcohol, man. You get 2 drinks in, you're a wrap, son. And if you went in and you got that wrong bottle, good luck the next morning. You'd have a good time. You're gonna have some headaches and some other things going on with your body, man. But listen, man, this.
Sorry, real quick.
Yeah.
Getting way behind on these. Shout out to Raiders Rich. Thank you for the birthday wishes, man. Shout out to Javi D. Happy birthday. They both say happy birthday to myself and Chase family. We appreciate that. Also, Raiders Hub. I'll save that one when we get back to Bobby. Raiders Hub has a question. And then Jay Callie wants to stay safe. We appreciate it. Thanks for the donations, guys. Wanted to get those in there before time expired on that. Yeah.
No, you got to do that. We love the fans. We love the support, man. We appreciate y'all. But listen, man, this Cantina Club, to get back to it, I know we got off there. It's overlooking the 50-yard line. Okay, so you got a great perspective of the field, and you got delicious beer and wine, and probably going to be an awesome ass atmosphere, man. This is going to be cool when we finally get to step foot in that stadium to go check out. There's going to be a lot of different things in this stadium that everyone's going to want to see. It's going to be kind of crazy. It's going to be a little weird. You're going to have to fight your urges, people, because there's no way that your ass should be walking around the stadium when it's game time, okay? When it's game time, your ass better be in the seat or standing next to it, okay? Because that's what I do. I don't sit down. And damn that, I don't care if you paid more for your tickets and I'm in front of you because somebody gifted me one. I'm going to stand.
Your tickets.
I'm going to stand, okay? So listen, you got to get yourself to the seats, man. But check this out. Get into the stadium early if you got to. Make sure you stop by the Pillaging Podcast tent when we finally get out there. But make sure you do that. Go check out the cantina. Go check out all the spectacles. There's going to be a lot, man. This is just a few of many. And it's looking like what we thought, Kenny. We thought this was going to be like an athletic casino. And that's exactly what it is, man. It's an athletic casino. It's going to have all the bells and whistles. It's going to be look beautiful inside and out. There's going to be a lot of distraction, but you know, Pillaging Podcast don't get distracted. When it's game time, it's game time. We put on the game face.
And I just want to let you guys know, if you see that our crew is mobilized and we're getting out there for a game whenever that does happen, don't ask where the booth is going to be. I guarantee you that first trip out there ain't going to be no booth. We're going to be on the move trying to soak all this up just like you guys are. So if you do want to meet up, we'll meet up, but we're probably not going to be parked in the parking lot. Not that first time. There's just too much to soak up. Too much to soak up.
Not the first game.
Yeah.
But we will be looking for somebody's tailgate to bum off of and set up shop. So if you want to help us out, we'll come through. We will set up shop at your tailgate.
And don't worry, we're not the White Claw crowd. They just be like, hey man, we brought some beer and show up with a bunch of White Claws. Nah, we're not like that. We got more class than that.
No, we got the best ice chest that Raider Nation saw last season, bro. That tailgate ice chest is legendary. There isn't a tailgate. There wasn't an ice chest in that tailgate, man, that could compete with ours. I'm sorry. There was no way. The beers we had in that ice chest, good luck. I gotta say, good luck.
Shout out to Silky Slim. Thanks for the donation, 1999. He says, appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy schedule for us. Cheers. Cheers to you too. We look forward to this, man. We do look forward to this. It is a time crunch. Bobby, let's get back to you. This all does tie in. Seems like we're all over the place, but we're talking stadium.
Well, I mean,
to the stadium.
Chess talking about over here this exciting Modelo Cantina over here, and it is an exciting spot, man. And even Jon Gruden said it too after, like, they had a little press conference after practice, and he was talking about how it's a very exciting place. He said, quote, very exciting being in a place like this. I just can't wait to share with the city of Vegas. Sports fans, entertainment fans from around the world. This place is a one-of-a-kind joint. We just got to keep pounding the virus into the turf and open these doors so the people can enjoy it like we did today. It's spectacular, out-of-sight place. And you see that? Even the staff wants us to enjoy it as much as they did. And it really is, man. I mean, it's one hell of a place. You know, Che just gave you the rundown on some of the other areas that you'll have to check out in between pee breaks and, halftime or afterwards, whatever, try to soak in as much as possible. My advice is take a camera, from your phone, make sure it's fully charged and take pictures of it, because you're going to be too excited to even remember a lot of the things. Super Cluster. I like that beer.
And it's another one of it's been in the fridge, so it's nice and cold and ready to go.
But not only that too, Jon Gruden was also talking about how, we got to take advantage of this time right now with the scrimmaging, with the practicing with the pads, because in reality, there's not a lot to go on. Before we had preseason games, and not a lot of fans were, not a lot of people enjoyed the preseason games because people would pay money to try to see somebody that was most likely going to sit on the bench and not play at all, because they were going to have all the rooks go out there and try to show what's up. But, they got to do as much as they can with whatever they got and basically take advantage of this time right now before they make those really, really tough decisions.
Great job, Bobby. Great segment. Everyone's excited about Allegiant Stadium. There is some footage of that practice. If you go on YouTube, there are some mic'd up segments that Kane pointed out to us before the show. There's one with Klee, and there's another one with I think Mo Hurst on there, so you can see some of that scrimmage and see what that stadium looks like on the inside with some actual players on the field. It just looks so brand new, so crispy and clean, so silver and black, so Raider in every way. Pretty cool that Mark Davis picked up the nickname that a lot of you guys have been bestowing on Allegiant Stadium, the Death Star. Not the one that I went with. I said Thunderdome because we all know what happened to the Death Star. But I do got a bone to pick with Chiefs fan because
I got a bone to pick.
Got a bone to pick. This article came out on Arrowhead Pride. Why calling the new Raider Stadium the Death Star is a bad idea. Let's start with why calling your stadium Arrowhead is a bad idea. Section 1, Article 2, Appendix B and C, the Washington Redskins. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get your house in order before you start picking on our stadium name, bro. Yeah, we'll talk about it when you show up. But let's keep it moving. I digress. Press conferences galore. Let's start off with Jon Gruden. Jon Gruden had a lot to say this week, piggybacking off of what Bobby said with his comments on the stadium and the padded practices. At first, I thought, you only get so many of these practices, these padded practices during the offseason, and they seem to be front-loading them. But it does make a lot of sense, kind of what Bobby alluded to. There's no preseason this year. And these padded practices are probably the best and only shot you're going to get to evaluate some of these fringe players. So they're loading up on them early and often. So when it comes time to make those cuts, they've seen enough in kind of an extended period of time, right? They chain some of these together and they see some progress. And then they'll probably shut it down and you'll see some more padded practices towards the end of training camp. So when I really thought about it, had no issue with that. But Jon Gruden did talk a little bit about some of the players. He's talked about Trent Brown. As you guys know, Trent Brown has been out nursing an injury, but as of Friday's practice, Jon Gruden did say that Brown was out there riding a stationary bike on the sideline, so he is close to making his way back. And also Rod Marinelli had some comments about Rod Marinelli, and this is going to segue into Che's segment on Rod, but he describes Rod as all business, tough as nails, old school, and still cutting edge to know, how to work in some brand new wrinkles for these defenses to combat these high-flying, high-powered offenses that we're seeing in the modern NFL. So let me send it over to Che. He watched the Rod Marinelli press conference, so we all didn't have to. He's going to break it down for y'all right now.
It's what I do. It's what I do, brother.
Hey, is it me? Out. Hey, is it me, or did Rod Marinelli look like he was wearing his disc golfing hat, bro? Get the sun out of his back.
He was wearing my disc golfing hat for sure. Yep. Let him borrow it,
Yeah. Rod Marinelli. So listen, man. He covered a lot. He covered a lot in very few words. Rod Marinelli is a man of few words, bro. Okay, he's a man of few words. He has very select, exact words, and he speaks kind of like this. So he doesn't really formulate full on sentences. He'll cut off his answer in the middle and add a little something to the end. But Rod Marinelli, make no joke about it, man. This guy is here to do what he does best, and that's coach up the D line. And so they asked him, about the factors in which, why he came to the Raiders, what made him want to come to the Raiders. And the obvious one was Gruden, man. Okay, we already know that Rod and Gruden have a history. They worked together in Tampa Bay. They won a Super Bowl in Tampa Bay. So he said, Gruden's was the biggest factor, without a doubt, right? He knows what to expect from coach. He knows that he's got, he knows that he's going to be a guy that's after it. He's a high intensity type of dude. He's no nonsense guy, and he really wants to put a product on the field that's going to win. And so, he said, working with him in Tampa Bay, working with him, winning the Super Bowl, he already knew what to expect coming here. He knew that Gruden was gonna get after it, and he was gonna make sure that he went after guys that were here to compete and win, right? And so he has no doubt in that. But the other factor was, of course, the young defensive core, and people asked him about that. So the young defensive core, he said he actually spent a lot of time, despite being in Dallas, watching the young defensive front of the Raiders. Okay, so obviously he saw something there, and maybe I don't know. You know, we don't want to throw Jon Gruden under the bus or the Raiders organization under the bus, but maybe they were already having some discussions about Rod joining them last season. So he was watching them from afar, and he said he liked what he saw, man. He said, look, these guys, they're good. They got a lot of movement, they got a lot of skill, and they got nice length up front. One of the major things is they got football character, right? Which he's high on. He says football character is one of the biggest things that I'm high on, and these guys got it. So the biggest thing for them, for him, is to have them just showcase that and realize, you know what, you got to show it during the game. You can showcase that during practice. You can showcase your speed, your athleticism, and all that. But at the end of the day, it's all about the game time, right? If you don't bring that same intensity, that same fire to the game, then it's a lost cause. So it's wait and see for him, right? The next thing that they asked him about was Arden Key and Mo Hurst. So he said he really likes working with Mo Hurst and Arden Key. He says they have good talent and good movement. Again, coach is a man of very few words. He likes to repeat the same things over and over again. And I think that's a little bit of Gruden too. You know, they don't like to give up a whole lot of secrets, like to keep it minimal, keep you on the fence about whether or not they really like a guy or they're just kind of saying nice things about him, right? But he said they got good talent, they got good movement. The focus for them is to lock in into the consistency of how things are supposed to be done, right? So they have an idea, they have a way that they want this Raider defense to look going into the future. And so they want it done, that old school adage, the Raider way, right? So we want to make sure that they're locked into that and there's consistency in producing that over and over again, whether it be in practice or on the field during game day. And he said this, he was quoted, consistency builds mental toughness, and I believe in them, and they're working hard. That's all he said. That's what he had to say about Arden Key and Mo Hurst. On Cleveland, they asked him about Clee. They said, what do you like about Clee? He said, you know what? He's got high football character, again, comes out and really works. He has great tempo about him. The thing that he loves about him is he's very flexible in his positions, right? As we know, we saw last season, Clee was a defensive end, but they moved him inside a lot, and it looks like that's what they're going to be doing with him again. They're going to be moving him inside, moving him outside, which, to all the critics of Clelin Ferrell, is going to affect his numbers, his production as his numbers. But as Coach likes to talk about later on when he talks about Malik Collins, it's about the impact that they have in the game, not necessarily the production and numbers and stats, right? So he says he loves his flexibility, and he just thinks that all that's left for Cleveland is to just step it, take that next step and embrace the grind. Just embrace the grind and embrace being miserable, as he put it. Just love being miserable, because that's going to pay dividends. So I have no doubt that Cleveland's doing that, man, because he did that all offseason, put on all that muscle mass, all that added weight. He's been doing that. So I have no doubts that he's going to embrace that grind. He's going to embrace being miserable so he can see that production on the field. I look forward to Cleveland have a big season, bro. I know there's a lot of people that doubt him. I think he's going to have a big season. Next, moving on, Malik Collins. So Malik Collins, of course, played in Dallas with Rod Marinelli, who was there just last season. And when they asked him about him, he said, look, listen, he's had a solid career already. He had a solid career in Dallas, but I believe, he said, that there's still a lot of climb left, right? So he believes that the ceiling is ahead of him. It's not past him, right? He hasn't met his ceiling yet. And he also credited Gruden in seeing the potential in Malik and saying that he did a great job of evaluating them. So apparently Gruden evaluated Malik maybe coming out of college and since they're good friends and whatnot, Rod Marinelli was the benefactor of that while he was in Dallas. Now he's in Oakland, and who comes calling? Malik Collins. So he's now a Raider, and we look forward to seeing him hit that ceiling in the silver and black. Okay.
And Che, the chat really wants you to know that Malik Collins lost 20-something pounds. Like they really want you to know that. I just thought I'd pass that on. And Tim Brown.
Okay. Hey, you know what? Tim Brown. Listen, man, I lost 20 pounds. I mean, he must have been doing some jazzercising in the off season, or some DDP yoga, some
Tae-Bo.
Yo, Tae-Bo with Billy Blanks.
He hit that gazelle trainer.
What the fuck was that guy's name? That fucking dude with the
Tony
fucking,
Little. Bro.
Oh man, yo, that guy has to be bald underneath that hat, right? He's got that ponytail hanging out.
He has to be with that hat, dog.
That ponytail is part of the hat, bro. That ain't even on his head, bro. That's your boy right there, dog. That's your boy, man. That's Malik Collins' off-season workout program. Bro.
It works, man. It works. Oh man, shout out to the chat. But listen, man, moving on, because you know, Coach had a lot of players that he was asked about. The next person that he was asked about, of course, and last but not least, right, is Max Crosby. Dos Equis, man, Max Crosby. So he said, "Yo, I love his motor, and his effort. His effort and his motor are the things that stand out about him, right? Which we all know. We knew that going in, right? That's what Coach Gruden and Mike Mayock said about Max when they drafted him. Look, this guy has got a high motor. He's nonstop. He's got endless effort, and he showcased that last season to the tune of 10 sacks. Okay, so he says now it's just about the little things, pad level, right? Keeping your pad level down, hand quickness, the details." That was that's a quote right there, okay?
Man, a few words.
The details, bro. Okay. So he said, this is something that I thought was important though. I did think that this was a little shot at him and saying, like, hey, don't get a big head now. Okay. He said, whatever you've done in the past doesn't matter. And that's what every fucking Raider player has to think. Whether you played shitty in the past or you played great in the past, none of that shit matters. Moving forward, you got to produce and you got to win. Because if you don't do that, guess who's going to be on your ass? Coach first, but us next. Well, Raider Nation does not fuck around. Ask Derek Carr, okay? Everybody knows what Raider Nation does when we're not happy. We will voice our opinion, as we do right here on the Pillaging Podcast. We will voice our opinion about it.
As Derek Carr would say, I mean, that's obvious, right?
I mean, this is the obvious, right? I love those guys. I mean, I think I love those guys. I think the thing that I really like about them, that's the
is that I love them.
I love that. I love that they just listen. You know, they really want some criticisms. That's my Derek Carr impression. That's the full interview. That covered a full interview.
You need more eyeliner, bro.
16 minutes. Hey, I got beautiful eyelashes, Bobby Wasabi. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't know, eyeliner.
When pressed for comment about PJ Longhas, Rod Marinelli was silent.
Pillaging.
Shout out to Jake Calvi. He says PJ Longhas needs that workout routine. He's talking about that Tony Little Gazelle Plus power trainer.
He needs that fucking Kanye West fucking workout.
Oh, he needs that. He needs to step up the Bowflex, bro.
Oh man, shout out PJ. We wish you well. We wish you well.
Why does Rod Marinelli look like the old man from Poltergeist 2 in that press conference? He's like, Rod is in his holy temple.
Oh man.
The Rod Marinelli shows up on my screen door. I'm moving out. I'm relocating.
I'll move it on now.
Yeah, he might move over with that 7-man sled though, bro. It might help you. Might have to have you help him move him and shit, dog. He looks like the kind of guy that would have a 7-man sled, like fucking, like Madden and shit, dog.
Yeah, he does. He definitely has one of those. Moving on, press conferences. Last one in our round table here. Bobby's going to cover the press conference from Paul Geunther.
Geunther. Well, it's actually funny that that we touched off last on Rod Marinelli, because he actually PG was asked about having Rod Marinelli and how that was going to help him out, if there was going to be any conflict or blah blah blah. And he was like, you know what? Honestly, it's just going to be a good resource to have, someone to be there to bounce things off of. And not only that, you also have to think, like, how you guys said as well, that relationship that Marinelli has had with Gruden as well. So they kind of know how to jive with each other. They kind of know how to talk to each other. And not only that, it lightens the load that much more for PG. PG can focus on the entire things and doesn't have to focus on the small, finer details of the whole thing. So if anything, I feel like it's going to be a great relationship that they're all going to be having right there. Not only that, too, PG was also asked about Damon Arnette and, him intercepting Henry Ruggs. And I thought it was pretty hilarious.
Hold on. No, I don't mean to interrupt, bro.
Yeah.
Time out. He didn't intercept Henry Ruggs. He intercepted a pass that was thrown to Henry Ruggs.
Sorry, that's
who
right.
Did he intercept? That's what I want to know. Who threw that ball?
I think it was Deuce, dog.
Help us out, Deuce Gruden.
That's why you never saw the camera pan over, dog. But yeah, you're right.
Alligator.
You're right. He didn't intercept Ruggs. He intercepted a pass thrown to Ruggs.
That's right.
Corrections. There you go. I stand corrected. I'm about to take a penalty sauce right there, dog. But
those was defensive back drills, man. A lot of those people got it twisted. They had the receiver drills and they had the DB drills, and the drills that you saw DBs dominantly intercepting passes or being a little bit more aggressive after the ball. Those were DB drills, and people got that twisted with the quarterback or who threw the pass or Ruggs can't catch the ball or this or that or whatever the case may be. When that wasn't even Ruggs. If you look at the first one, where I believe that's Isaiah Johnson who intercepts the pass. If you look at it,
correct.
You see Ruggs ain't even. He kind of like his hands down. He kind of just like looking. You know what I mean? Just kind of making a presence there. But the guy was clearly it was a DB. It was a DB. It was for the DBs.
DB drill. Yeah. There was people going in on Bryan Edwards and Henry Ruggs. Because there was a video that came out of Bryan Edwards streaking down the field with the DB alongside of him, and then he just kind of slows up, right? He just kind of slows up. The DB continues, follows the ball, intercepts it. I think that might have been the Isaiah Johnson interception. You're right, Kane. There was some drills, but this drill, I mean, whether or not it was a DB drill or an offensive drill, him running side by side, stride for stride with Henry Ruggs, that looked a little bit more competitive. I got to give him some credit for that, because he definitely looked like he was going after it. And I think Bobby was just about to get into it about what Paul Geunther.
Well, if anything, I'm actually glad Kane brought that up as well, man, because I was seeing that as well, man. I was seeing a bunch of people like, oh, where's your number one pick and blah blah blah, and it's like, dude, y'all don't even know it, man. It's like this is practice. They're not over here trying to straight out knock each other out over here unconscious just to get the pick six and blah blah blah. It's like they were doing drills, relax, man. So Kane, thank you for bringing that up, bro. I
didn't mean to cut in on your segment, bro.
No, dude. That's exactly what I needed, man. Because you know what, it probably would have gone by the wayside because I was so excited what PG had to say about Damon Arnette with regards to that whole thing right there, where he basically said, quote, "That's really what we expect each and every day when he goes out there." I don't understand. It was a good play, but that's what he is supposed to do. And that is why we brought him here. And we are excited to have him. And honestly, end quote. And honestly, it's true, man. Everyone's over here freaking out about Damon Arnette can't do it. He was picked so high and blah, 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 this and that. And like Ches said, dude, he's over there stride for stride right there with Henry Ruggs III, dude. Like Kane said, he's over there making sure that, hey, you know what? He's not just out there just lightweight trying to make something. No, he's actually going there and he's going for it when it comes to whether it be Ruggs or anybody else out there, you know, and he's making it happen. So like I said, people relax. It's good to see Damon Arnette out there, you know, flexing that muscle. And honestly, fingers crossed. Can't wait to see our squad out there September, what is it, 1st, I think, or 7th or some shit like that. But yeah, man, definitely it's a lot of nice shiny toys that we got out there, you know, flexing their stuff out there. Not only that, PG was also asked about Malik Collins, you know. Everyone's excited, you know, losing weight as the chat be talking about. And what does PG be talking about? He's all talking about how he's smart as well, how he's out there communicating with the young guys. And you know what? It was one hell of a pickup for the team, in full honesty. They've been doing good, and he's been out there schooling the guys. When he's not on the field, he's off the field, telling them what's up, you know, telling them what to expect, how to be. And that's the one thing that Arden Key and Mo Hurst were actually missing. They didn't have anybody out there. They didn't have no real veteran leadership to actually tell them what's up. They didn't tell them like how to move, how to react, how to, you know, go. And the one thing that I did not like about Arden Key last year was I saw he had that energy in him. He was all about trying to get up there, try to get to the QB. But the problem was that energy wasn't directed correctly. A lot of the times he was overshooting the QB and he's out there running past him already, while Arden Key is excited that he got past the line. So that's the one thing, is that they actually got some sort of direction when it comes to Malik Collins. You know, now that we got Rod Marinelli in there as well, you know, it's very exciting what's happening in there. And like I said, with Arden Key as well, he's actually, you know, he's within weight. It's funny, you know, we're talking about everyone here, you know, losing weight and whatnot. Arden Key is actually one of the guys who actually lost weight as well. And, you know, he's gotten a lot quicker. So PG's, you know, he's excited to see.
I think he actually put on weight, bro. I think he bulked up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, then in that case, I guess he's in the same category as our main man, Klee. So you see that? Wherever it goes, whether you bring it down or bring it back up, it's just all about getting it in tune. And that's the one thing, is that we got to make sure that everyone got their weight. So, you know, you ain't got no PJ Longhas over here again and whatnot.
Yeah.
So,
and they're saying Arden's a lot quicker, which, I mean, that's shocking, man, because he's pretty fast as it is. I mean, he's overrunning the quarterback all last year. So as long as he's got that targeting reticule all calibrated, that's what we need to see from Key. He needs to land some of them hits. But I'm excited for that. And we'll talk a bit about that a little bit more here in a second. But sorry to interrupt.
No. And then one last thing that PG was also asked about was about being able to practice inside the Allegiant Stadium. And, you know, he thought it was a good thing, you know, just to go through the routine, just to be, you know, to see what it was like to walk out there, to see the lights, the sounds and all that. It's funny. We actually had one of the pillagers on the chat who asked about the helmets, whether they were using practice helmets or whether it was actually, you know, their actual game helmets. And it's funny because I did notice that as well. They did look a little bit matte gray or something like that. I'm not sure if y'all noticed that.
Yeah, they kind of look like the original helmets, right? We didn't get the sparkle, I think, until like maybe the late 80s. So I can't tell. To answer the question, I don't know if those are practice helmets. They did say they were game day unis, but if they go back to that matte silver in the inaugural season, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. So don't get mad about it. We didn't always have the sparkles in the helmet. Raider Nation will get mad over some metal flake. Hey, it's still silver. The logo ain't changed. Black. And it's still black. Thank you, Kane. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, you know, let's not split hairs here, guys. We're going.
But I honestly think that was their game uniforms. Though when I saw DC looked like he was in game mode. His uniform, he looked like he was dressed to go play a game.
Yeah.
You know, and when I was like, damn, they look like they was, and then they also announced the players, and the players did the little walk of fame with the teammates, you know, and they announced them over the loudspeaker like it was on game day. You know, did y'all see the video of that?
Yeah, that was dope.
That was dope. That was dope. So I think they had their game shit on, you know. Again, sorry to cut you off, Bobby, but yeah, I think that was game gear.
No, yeah, you know what? Because it's funny too. I'm glad that somebody else mentioned it, because I could have sworn it was me, and I'm glad, like I said, somebody brought it up, because I probably would have forgotten about it. But that's one thing that did kind of stand out to me. So there's a lot going on in these press conferences, a lot of questions, a lot of answers, but in reality, we can only get tidbits of so much, because you know we only have so much access, and not only that, there's only so much that they could practice with. You know, this goes back to again, the preseason games, the unfortunate state of affairs that's going on, you know, with the whole Corona thing. So, you know, it kind of is what it is. We have to deal with it and kind of go for it from there.
Because remember, they would be in Napa right now.
That's right.
They was scheduled to be in Napa for the next 2 years, this year and next year. So
it's all because of the COVID thing, man. Just because it would have been that much easier for them to kind of do what they needed to do with regards to, you know, the state of Nevada versus the state of California. But I mean, you know, unfortunately, it didn't happen out that way. And us Raider fans at least kind of get a little bit of a glimpse into some of the going-ons. You know, they'll film it. They'll show a little bit here and there. You know, they'll give us updates on the Raider Nation radio, or whatever. But you know, it would be a lot nicer if they actually had the way they had that Friday practice inside Allegiant Stadium. If they had something like that where they could show, even if it was obviously selected footage of just, you know, being there, so that way you can have some sort of feel like you were actually part of the practice like you would be before.
You know, another interesting thought real quick that I don't know if anybody ever thought about is, are we going to get TV? Are we going to get games on TV here in the Bay Area? Because when the team moved to LA last time, we did not get games in LA. We had to unplug our cable, turn the TV to channel 3 and use rabbit ears to try to get the game. You know what I mean? So I don't know what we're going to do. We have totally been cut off. I don't know what's going to happen. When you know games do start, how we gonna get games unless you got to get direct TV, the NFL Sunday ticket. I don't know, but we still got to face more issues with, you know, I got mixed feelings about the stadium, and still, I mean, it's a dope stadium, but I got mixed feelings about the stadium. I'm hating on the tickets. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna be able to see them on TV. You know, the tailgates is gonna be different. You know, so we got a lot of back to deal with. We still dealing with stuff here back home, even though the team is sailing smooth and got a new stadium and everybody's looking pretty. The fans back home is still hurt, you know. So yeah.
I mean, those are good points. You have a football club that's just steeped in tradition, and all of that's changing all at once, right? It's really tough to make that move, and that's the question that's been in my head too, Kane, is like, are we going to be able to watch these games? Like, you know, we still don't know. We don't know shit about that. We don't know shit about COVID guidelines, regulations. Regular season starts for us September 12th. That's right around the corner. And I just feel like there's too many questions still up in the air. Like, how am I going to be able to watch this team? You know, I'm going to have to get them bootlegs, DirecTV cards again, like I had back in 1996, man. Because, you know, I mean, that's the question nobody's asking right now, you know, or at least it's a question nobody's answering. Where the hell are we going to watch our team? You know, a lot of our listeners don't live here in California, so they're like, man, welcome to the club, but shit, put them on TV. I don't want to be watching Rams games or Chargers games.
49ers, bro, they gonna stick them down our throat.
Yeah,
like it's nothing.
You're going to go to turn on that AFC game, and it's going to be like a Tony Little infomercial instead. You're going to be, goddamn.
Double headers of the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs and shit like that.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And then the 49ers come on later on that day, and then you got Sunday Night Football. hopefully the Raiders play enough of those games. You get those national games, but yeah,
we do have a few of those. Yeah.
Let's throw this out there though, and let's see if somebody can get in your boy Mark Davis's ear. Mark Davis, you need to start conversations with the NFL, with Roger Goodell, about you guys being able to find a way to showcase your games to your fan base, which is nationwide, via an app or something of the sort, because you do have fans everywhere, okay? And now you left California, you left to Nevada, and you have a gigantic fan base here in California, right? Northern California and Southern California, for that matter, that are looking at the possibility of not being able to watch the games that they're so accustomed to seeing. So I think it would make sense, NFL. And I know Roger Goodell, he does what he wants to, but it would make sense if you thought about it and you said, you know what, the Raiders have fan base and fans all over the country. Maybe we should look at this. Maybe we should look at the possibility of giving them their own area, because where they can go view these games, because Nevada isn't going to provide all the views that California and the rest of the world provides to these games, man. If you really want to see the power of Raider Nation, create an app and showcase the Raider games.
Yeah,
that's how you would have to do it, because the 49ers will have a fit if you try to show that game on CBS or
fuck the Niners. They ain't
NBC,
nobody care about them.
Now you got to split the TV money in the market. You know what I'm saying? And so now the Niners is glad we left. They like, yay, we got the market to ourselves now. More money for us. You know what I'm saying? Whether y'all fans watch us or not. You know.
But even then, their NFC team and the networks are broken up between the conferences. So CBS, for as long as we've known, has been the AFC conference, right? They show all the AFC games, where Fox shows the NFC. So
that was
they're still not gonna be shown unless it's like conference against conference on CBS. Like, that's not a CBS thing. CBS does showcase the NFC. They don't show the Niners.
But it's a scheduling. It's a scheduling thing. So what happens when you got two teams local? The NFL schedules it so both that market can show both of those games at different times. So the Raiders would have had a game playing in the morning, the Niners play in the afternoon, vice versa. You know, if the Niners back east, the Raiders is out west. So the games come on. Everybody's getting the Niner game on Fox, and then on CBS, everybody gets the Raiders game in the local market. So so when we talking about that, which would be a great idea, the 49ers aim for it. So you're right. The only way to do it is an app. So if Mark Davis create an app, get the permission from the NFL, maybe sell it. I would buy it. I would pay $19.99 or $200 or whatever a year to watch the games on the app. You know what I mean? So
I don't know what the guidelines are there in terms of like the revenue sharing and the TV, because I know in the MLB it's a little bit different, right? We could follow the model that the Yankees set 15 years ago or so when they launched the Yes Network, right? The Yankees have their own TV network out there. Not similar to like Turner Broadcasting that showed all the Atlanta games. But yeah, that would be cool in the form of an app. That would be very 2020. But will the NFL allow something like that? If you're curious on how you can watch the game, you can go back and look at the chat, because all the illicit streaming methods are going down in the chat right now.
Oh, yeah.
Allegedly, as Vinny said. Allegedly.
They got our backs.
To do this. Yeah.
Hey. And we would have it no other way, man. The pillagers ask and you will receive, bro. The pillagers never let you down, bro.
And here's the thing, though. I want to just be able to turn on my TV and watch it. Like, I know how to do all that stuff, but for me, it's still not the same. You get, thousands of people jumping on that stream. Raider Nation is going to be on there. You get buffering issues. It ain't the same. The voices go all matrix on you, and then like it pauses, and then it jumps ahead 3 plays later. Raider Nation can't take that, bro. Like we have a hard enough time, even with heart attacks, watching the game in live real time. I don't need it jumping around on the stream. So I want something rock solid that I can watch. If I got to pony up the NFL ticket money, I'll do it, as long as they're not blacking out the games or anything like that. I don't know. But yeah, Yeah, it sucks.
I kind of like Jay Steve's idea, man. I'm just gonna say that I live in Nevada, and hopefully they can hook me up. Just like how there's some of those parents that try to send their kids to like certain schools. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna just set up an address right there, and have DirecTV come through and just like mail like the like that little card right there to the address, and I just have it over here and just watch it from the house.
Yeah,
but there is a secret way that you can get DirecTV from another area in your area. I used to do it all the time when I lived in Stockton. I got Bay Area channels. You give them that zip code. You say, they gonna say, what zip code you live in? And you say, 94605. So now you got all the Bay Area news, everything that you got, that the local stuff, because you don't live in fucking Stockton. You don't want Modesto news and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you want this news out here. So you may be able to get DirecTV and say, give them a Nevada zip code at your house. Say, this is my zip code, and that satellite dish should point like it's in Nevada, and you might be able to get Raider games like that too. I mean, it's worth a try.
Hey, man, nothing's going to stop me, dude. I'm going to try everything I can, dude, because I'll be damned, dude, if I'm going to be watching some punk-ass Niner games.
We'll put Derek Carr's address on that application, bro. Got you on Google Maps already, bro. Get that satellite view. We got a nice pool, too, bro. Got a nice pool, bro. I don't see Khalil Mack in that pool right now, though. Something missing over there, bro. So, anyways, we digress. We're going to keep you updated on that, man, because the folks need to know, especially here in the Bay Area. Like, everyone living outside of Cali have already been dealing with this, but those of us in the Bay Area, us lifer Raider fans, us Bay Area Raider fans, we need to know. So
we've been spoiled. We've been spoiled, and reality has set in. And and all the time I teased all the out of town fans and told them to sit down, shut up, and watch their television and this and that and blah blah blah. I'm feeling that now. Feeling that now. That's why I got mixed feelings about the stadium, but it's all good. It's dope. I ain't gonna hate. It's dope. I got mixed feelings though.
We'll figure out a way, and then we'll set up a burner YouTube account and stream the games on there. Just kidding. We're not doing that, NFL. We are not doing that. That is a joke, allegedly. Where were we, Bobby? Where were we?
I think we were going to talk about Bryan Edwards.
Oh, yes, Bryan Edwards. Let's talk
about
it. Bryan Edwards pushing for the wide receiver 2 position, allegedly. Hold on really quick. All right, cool. He's not. Tyrell Williams is definitely the incumbent number 2 right now. He's back. He's fully healthy. He's looking good. He's looking crisp. But I think Bryan Edwards is still going to see a fair share of time on the field starting week 1. I think situationally, Bryan Edwards feels a huge need in this offense. I know Derek Carr already compared him to a guy that we've been comparing him to, which is Holmes, right? Remember, Holmes was Derek Carr's favorite red zone target. Bryan Edwards at 6'3", 212 pounds, fits that role to a T. The guy's been described as violent, as your quarterback, Derek Carr. We described him as being violent. He is very physical. These are all traits that we told you about on draft day. We were very excited when the Raiders drafted this wide receiver out of South Carolina. Remember, Edwards, he shined bright down there in SC, despite the fact that he did not have elite quarterback talent. His time during the NC2A was outstanding. This guy was the steal of the draft, broken foot, right? Couldn't run at the combine, kind of went under the radar. But everybody that watches college football knows who Bryan Edwards is. If you're watching, those conferences, you know what this kid's all about. So it's great news, compounded by the fact that nearly the entire draft class supposedly having a great camp thus far. I think Bryan Edwards is going to be, again, I said this at draft time, I think he's going to be the steal. I think he's going to be the shining star of this Raiders offense. I think he's going to catch more touchdowns than any of these other young wide receivers. I think he's going to be close, possibly with him and Ruggs. And while I mentioned Ruggs, don't expect Ruggs to be going deep either, man. This guy is yak, and that's what Gruden's all about. Bryan Edwards, yakking you to the face before he catches the ball. That's his style. That's what he's going to be doing. He's going to be throwing elbows and knees, bro. So that's my prediction. Edwards is going to be featured early and often. His size and sure hands are going to keep him on the field in third down and goal-to-go situations. This dude is a straight-up beast That's what I got to say about Bryan Edwards. He's showing out in camp right now, and I expect it to carry over into week 1 regular season. I think he's ready for prime time.
Bryan Edwards should have went in the first round. Like you said, he had a foot injury, couldn't run at the combine. He was injured in 2019. He was out, I think, half the season, half the year with said injury. And so he dropped in the draft because of that, not because of talent. He was a first-round talent. So he's going to be a steal in the draft. If he stays healthy, he could have been one of the top receivers coming out. Easily.
Yep. Straight weapons, y'all. Straight weapons. But we talked about the coaches, gave you a little bit about Bryan Edwards. Che's got a little bit about another player that's showing out in camp right now as well. Che, what do you got on Damon Arnette, bro?
Oh, first of all, before we get into Damon, because, I mean, I got lots to say about Damon Arnette, but before we do, I'm going to get into the special beer I promised, which is the Clown Shoes Coconut Sombrero, okay? This is a Mexican-style chocolate stout with coconut. And this is the Luchador series. Look at that picture right there.
That's dope. Badass, yeah.
It's pretty dope. The only problem with this, though, Bobby, is it's not a sticker. It's a plastic. So it's a plastic wrap. So I don't know how I'm gonna have to do this, but I'm not getting rid of this label. This label's dope.
It's easy. I'll tell you later how to do it. I've done it before. I'm
gonna have to put some rubber cement on the back.
Some of that flex grip, bro. That poly seal.
Straight up. But this bad boy's coming in at 7% on the ABV. Let's see what it's all about. Let's give it a crack. Oh, wow. Yeah. And the pour. There you go.
Why does our beer can opening sound like them old school beers where you rip the whole can back?
Dude, are you pouring out fucking oil?
Is that a coffee stout?
It's chocolate syrup.
It's a Mexican chocolate stout.
Where's the quick bunny?
It's actually Pancho Pantera, bro.
Oh, shit.
That beer's so dark you can't even see through it.
Yeah. Hell no.
Look at
the head on it though. Look at that's nice. Let's see.
That beer's darker than Rosie Perez butthole.
That beer darker than Wesley Snipes.
That's passenger 57 right there.
Yeah, that beer darker than Wesley Snipes.
Darknesses.
That was before Wesley Snipes.
Hey. Oh man, yeah, before Wesley Snipes, there was Eddie Murphy and Charlie Murphy. As Rick James will tell you. Hey, I like this, man. It's not like you hear Mexican chocolate with coconut and you think sweet automatically. It's not. There's no sweetness on this.
Dry.
It's nice. It's dry. It's got some bitter notes. You could taste the chocolate, right? You could taste that there. Let me see. I'm not getting the coconut so much. Not getting the coconut. Maybe a little bit on the back end, like a little after note, on the flavor. But it's good, man. I like it. Shout out Clown Shoes. The first time I had ever seen Clown Shoes beer, I walked up into a Lucky's, and they just had randomly like a bunch of Clown Shoes. I was like, who's these guys? I've never even heard of this brewery. So shout out Clown Shoes, man. They make some pretty strong IPAs as well, double IPAs. I've had those before. Maybe I'll review those. But this is a limited edition.
Maybe it's like a raw coconut. Maybe they didn't toast it up. Maybe it's like a raw coconut.
Well, there's maybe that's it. Maybe I'm looking for the wrong note, right? Maybe I'm looking for that flesh when it's really that toasted flavor. And if that's that, there's definitely some like there's almost like a coffee, like kind of toasted, roasted type of note there. So you might be onto it. Okay, maybe I'm just searching for the wrong flavor, man.
Raw chocolate is not sweet.
Yeah.
Oh no, I know that, man. Bitter chocolate, it's all about the dark chocolate. But the Mexican chocolate isn't like that. Mexican chocolate.
Oh, okay.
It's got like some cinnamon in it. It's got some sweetness to it. So
nutmeg, some vanilla.
But shout out, man.
I think I tasted egg and cinnamon.
Some
All right.
babas that fell down into the pot. You know.
Go out there, get y'all a Clown Shoes beer. Villagers, man. It's chair proof. Anyways,
Go get you that Lone House Lager.
that BJ Longhouse Lager.
brewed with real Crisco oil.
Man, that dude's gonna have to get sponsored by Kentucky Fried Chicken or some fucking bullshit like that.
Oh man.
God damn it. He's gonna get sponsored by Lucky's. Just the whole.
He's gonna get sponsored by that water at the bottom of the KFC coleslaw.
That's fucking nasty, dog.
That's gross, bro.
Oh man, that's gross.
I think KFC's responsible for why I just despise coleslaw, bro. I hate that shit, bro.
Oh, man.
I hate that shit.
Make
bro.
a good one. I make a spicy coleslaw. I do it kind of everything regular, light on the mayo, but then I add like a molcajete salsa in there from the market.
Oh,
pretty tasty. Pretty tasty.
Nice. Now you're speaking my language.
We'll have to bust it out. Bust it out. We'll do
I'll
a little.
I'll make a coleslaw, but it's all citrus, bro. Okay, lime juice, salt, pepper, jalapenos, radishes. That's a Mexican coleslaw right there.
Yeah,
I'll make a vinaigrette
coleslaw, bro. Ain't no mayo over here, dog.
No, I'll make a vinaigrette coleslaw with like a vinaigrette dressing over it instead of mayo. I don't do the mayo either.
That
You don't
sounds
need
good.
it, man. You don't really need it. Coleslaw should be like that, right? It should be acidic. It should cut through because you're eating it with barbecue and like real heavy rich. You need something like bright, like like the vinaigrette, like Kane's talking about. Should cut through. I do those braised pork rib on the Hawaiian dinner roll with the spicy coleslaw on top, the little pork rib sliders.
Nice.
Oh, that sounds good.
And that Hawaiian bread, man.
I'll put just like 1 tablespoon of mayo just to bind it together. But some people put the whole fucking 2 cups in there, glop it all together. I'm like, bro.
Knock it off with that shit, bro. Knock it off with that
Out, bro.
Hey, and shout out to Diego Lopez with the joke on the chat. He's like AB shoes, not clown shoes. AB shoes.
Oh,
Shout out, dog. I got you, dog. I got you. Hey, but okay, let's move on to this discussion on Damon Arnette. All right. So listen, man. Damon Arnette, as we've been discussing, has been a camp standout so far, right? So far in the season, he's been a standout as one of the young prospects, the new guys joining the team here in the 2020 season. So he's been showcasing his abilities, okay? I think in the combine, he didn't run a very fast 40. I want to say he was in the 4.5 range, 4.5 something along those lines, 4.6 even maybe. But I do know that when we were discussing the draft picks on our show when we did the draft, one of the people that was watching did comment on the fact that he had an ankle injury or a foot injury of some sort going into the combine. So it might explain the difference in pace that we are now seeing in your boy Arnette. Now, everyone is going crazy about him because that video was posted, as Kane noted. There's some DB drills, and maybe we should kind of taper our excitement and our expectations. But you know what, man? When you see these young cats getting after it, when you see them going out there and they're talking it up, spitting that game, and then they're going out there, they're performing, they getting after it, shutting down a receiver, getting an interception. Yo, I'm all for it, man. It gets me hype. It gets me excited. And Damon Arnette, he's got that swagger, bro. He's got that swagger. He's out there swaggering boisterously, bro. Just like the autumn wind would tell you a Raider should be doing, bro. Okay, a Raider's supposed to act like that. He's out there. He's letting you know, I'm here. I'm here, and I plan on being here for a while. So better get used to this. And if you don't like it, well, that's just one up on me, right? So he goes out there. He's talking it up with people. One of the quotes that I got down for him, now I really liked it. Right at the beginning of the video, the Raiders put out this clip. He said, oh man, I done cut my finger. And somebody said, when somebody goes, how'd you do that? He said, being too sharp. Being too sharp, man. He cut his finger, bro. He's too sharp, all right?
Damn.
Yeah. You know, being too sharp.
Quick draw.
And so, hey, man, I like that. Going into that clip, I was like, all right. This guy's got jokes. He's got some swagger about him. And then right before the clip that we were talking about earlier, he tells Paul Geunther, yo, PG, hey, PG, better tell the offense to leave their cotton candy and their rubber duckies at home. So, he's got some confidence, man. He likes to talk some shit. You see, you know, he's letting the offense know, yo, don't come out here with that little kid shit, bro. Okay, we got pads on now. Okay, we got pads on, and he did that. He went out there, he got that interception. He showcased great technique, whether it was a drill, whether it was live action. They had the pads on. He was running stride for stride with Henry Ruggs, man, and that is more than we expected from him. Okay, because we know Henry Ruggs came into that 4.2 range. And Damon Arnette, like I said earlier, came in that 4.5, 4.6 almost range. And there he is running stride for stride, showing great technique, not committing a penalty, right? But making sure that he's positioning himself in a way that he can make a play on the ball and keep the receiver from making a play himself. And that video showcased all that, to the extent that your boy Chad Ochocinco Johnson had to come in with a comment, okay? And he was quoted like this. He went on social media as soon as he caught wind of that clip. He said, I'm not sure who number 20 is for the Raiders, but please let him know whoever he trained with needs a significant raise because his technique, patience, and lateral movement is PowerPoint worthy. Okay, so that's a very well-known wide receiver. I don't know if I'm going to call Chad Ochocinco great because I don't know if his career lasted long enough. And I think he played too many years with the fucking Bengals for him to fall into that category. But we know what Chad could do at the high point of his career. He was killing me motherfuckers out there. He was one of the best receivers in the league. And you look to these old vets, the guys that have subsided, have gone to the wayside, to still give you some of those props, so give you some information on players. And as a receiver of his caliber that he reached, I take that. That's respect right there, man. You got an old school vet like Chad Johnson that put up some very big numbers in his time. Talking about this guy's technique, his skill, his speed, his ability. I think that speaks volumes. And I think that this guy is exactly what Mayock and Gruden expected him to be. Going back to what Bobby was talking about when he was talking about Paul Geunther just kind of said, hey, you know, it's what we expect. It's what we expect, right?
Yeah.
And I don't disagree, Paul. You know what? Keep these guys humble. Let them know you expect more. Let them know that those are the expectations, right? Set a high standard. Don't let them think that they can, showboat, they can cruise. There is no cruise this season, y'all, okay? If this season actually gets underway and we get to see some football in 2020, the expectation is up here. Regardless of what the critics say, regardless of what everybody else is telling you, oh, it's your first season in Las Vegas. There's going to be some adjustments. Oh, they got a mostly young team, a young core, whatever. Raider Nation don't give a fuck about that. Okay? Raider Nation's been waiting for a fucking winning season for ages. Okay? So don't think that you could take it easy. Don't think that it's all good in the hood, bro. Like, it's not. Okay? Come out, perform, okay? Grab your nuts, hit the field, and do what you do. And we will be there right alongside you. We will be cheering you on. We'll be applauding all of your successes and all your wins. But if you come out there and you shit the bag, don't think that you ain't going to catch the heat, bro. You're not going to get by, okay? You come out there, you get beat, you get burnt, you get toasted. You're going to hear about it.
You can get some tacos for a loss, bro.
You're going to hear about it.
Hey,
you know
shout out to Booby Miles.
Booby Miles.
Did you hear Damon Arnette said that?
Yeah.
You heard that?
I just mic'd up.
Shout out to Booby Miles, bro. Shout out to Booby with Booby.
Shout out Booby Miles.
Booby Matsubi.
Booby Miles.
Bobby Wasabi and Booby Matsubi, bro.
Oh man.
Perfect tandem team right there, bro.
Hey. I hope that doesn't come with spam.
Spam, man. Spam all day, bro. Kane, you fuck with spam, right?
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. They got all kinds of different flavors of spam now too.
Hey, don't make no, so there's no confusion, man.
Spit it out.
When I was in San Diego State, I used to get confused for Samoan all the goddamn time, bro. I had the hair loose. It was all down here, all curls. I was looking like fucking Maui from Moana, and people would come up to me and they thought I was their brother, bro. They thought I was from fucking
They'd be like,
the island, bro.
Uso.
Yeah, I was from the island, bro.
Hey, Palamalu over here, bro.
And then I had to break their hearts. They're like, "Oh, bro, you Samoan?" I'm like, "Nah. Oh, what are you then?" I'm just Mexican, just good old fashioned Mexican ass shit. That's me.
But I like pineapple, so just a touch of Islander in there.
It's win-win. It's a win-win, bro. We like pineapples. We throw it in our al pastor. Hey, come on.
That's right.
Yo, hey man, but that's all I got on Damon Arnette. I'm excited about the kid. I'm happy that we drafted the way we did. I know some people feel like we reached, but I think time's gonna tell a different story, man. I really do. I think things are going in a different direction. So here's hoping that I'm right. And cheers to the Raider Nation.
Here's hoping that we're wrong. DC is hot and Mariota is not. So we talked about Arden Key. Looking really good in camp this year. Something we heard last year. Same thing we heard about DC last year, looking real sharp in training camp. In fact, we gave you guys a little rumor mill tidbit last year that Jon Gruden came in, fell in love with DC in his practices and his training camp, and was immediately baffled, frustrated, and confused by his play on game day. Now, that was just rumor mill stuff. We're not saying that was true. We're not confirming that at all. But I know a lot of us felt that way when the regular season happened. Some of us didn't. Some of us, validated it, made excuses, justified it. We've talked about that around and around in circles. Both sides are right, in my opinion. However, Derek Carr apparently slinging it around during practice. His chemistry with the wide receiver core is way ahead of schedule. He's got a keen eye for reading the defenses, and he's working passes snappy, fast, and making reads and adjustments at the line. And it looks like there's been no transition period into camp. He showed up ready to go. Mariota, on the other hand, the exact opposite. Dude's been throwing balls dirty, real dirty, throwing balls in the dirt, throwing balls at the defense. Just throwing balls, bro, everywhere but where they need to go. Slinging balls in all the wrong places. That's the word.
Looking for love in all the wrong places.
He doing the Ball Johnson dance, just balls everywhere.
Yeah, shout out John Witherspoon, man. We miss you. Yeah. We miss you, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh man.
Boom.
Boom.
My balls are stuck to my thighs right now. It's hot.
That's that crow's nest heat, dog.
Oh, this Naga hide chair is not my friend right now. Nothing like the sound of hot thighs ripping off a Naga hide. That sounds.
Oh shit.
Out of my grandma's Cadillac on a July summer in Manteca. It was like
fucking Velcro, dog.
Oh man. You know it's fucking hot when your eyelids are sweating, dog. When your eyelids sweat, it's fucking hot, dog. It's hot.
My hair is sweating right now. That's how hot it is. Anyways, while being able to make some plays with his feet, Mariota is struggling, whether it's lack of confidence, building off or coming off of last year, not building off of shit. getting replaced in Tennessee. The ankle injury he suffered. Mariota is a journeyman quarterback that's been with one team. And, do you guys know what I mean? He's got that feel of a journeyman status. He's only ever played for the Titans. And, we're excited to bring him over here. I mean, you had, starting NFL quarterback now as your number 2 guy. It feels pretty good to have a guy like Mariota as a number 2. This is a guy, he's not lights out, but, he's been a starting quarterback in the league for 6 years, right? Same as Derek Carr. So, I mean, it's nice to have that. A lot of people said that he's going to take over the starting job. I think we're seeing right now that Derek Carr's job is definitely not in jeopardy. There is no quarterback controversy in Las Vegas. Yeah, I think that much is true. Cardale Jones is in
this much is true. Da, da, da.
Some of you may be sad about that. Actually,
Yeah.
some of you may be sad about the fact that there's no quarterback controversy in Las Vegas right now. I think we all expected Marcus Mariota would push Carr a little bit more than he is, but he pushing up daisies with the football right now.
Yeah,
rather than pushing Carr. So
and I'm happy and sad about that because I wanted Mariota to push Carr, not unseat Carr, because if we have Mariota starting in there, that means we're taking steps backwards as an organization. I want to see Mariota not taking over for Carr. I want to see Derek Carr taking steps forward. I want to see this team progressing. I want them hitting Las Vegas, hitting the ground running out there, like Shay just said, that I think the expectations are much higher than the media is setting them at. I think they're being kind to us. I think they're doing us a favor. But enter 6'5", 250-pound Cardale Jones, XFL standout last year, played with multiple teams in the NFL, Ohio State quarterback, was spotted seen getting off a hotel charter bus along with a plethora of other players.
Plethora? A plethora, Kenny?
Was Yannick Ngakoue one of them players?
He was not on there, and Ngakoue was not stepping off that bus. And Ngakoue is the bus. Right? So, I think Cardale, I don't think he gets paperwork. I don't think he gets a contract. I don't think this is a sign of them moving on from Mariota anytime soon. You don't just jump off of a 6-year starting quarterback that quickly. They're going to give him time to, acclimate to the system, make sure that ankle's right, build his confidence back up. But for God's sake, keep him on the bench. If he's looking this bad right now, he's not going to look any better stepping in week 5, taking over Derek Carr. Unless Derek Carr is injured or there's just ultimate catastrophe in the offense, then maybe you put Mariota in there. And even then I say no. Unless there's an injury, no. I still think Derek Carr gives us the best chance to win, despite how critical we've been of him on this show. He's the best quarterback in the quarterback room right now, hands down. You have to admit that. So, but Cardale Jones, don't get too excited about that. A lot of these tryouts that you're seeing right now, they're not to be signed tomorrow, right? This is it. Especially this year, 2020, you have your normal slew of football injuries that are going to happen, and you got the COVID-19 situation. It pays dividends to take a look at these guys early to know where they're at, or if they're recovering from injury, if they're trying to shake off rust. Where are these guys? Have they progressed? Have they been taking care of themselves during the offseason? Are they in shape? Because you never know. Week 5, you might be wanting to bring one of these guys in. So it's a chance to see how they're doing, kind of get a feel for the personality a little bit, test their brain, have them look at the playbook a little bit and see if they can get familiar with it. You got to bring them in a few weeks. Then you've done some groundwork already. So again, with Cardale Jones and everybody else to get off that bus, don't get too excited just yet. These are just preliminary looks. I still think Marcus Mariota is going to be the number 2, and your boy MV Peterson is going to be number 3. And that's what the quarterback room looks like right now. And that's all I got on Derek Carr and Marcus Mariota.
I just want to add this, okay? Because for anybody who's like, oh, well, that's it. Mariota is gone. He's about to be out of here. I don't think that's necessarily true either, okay? Mariota is struggling. But I do believe that he does have the attributes that a Gruden appreciates, okay, in terms of being able to be an athletic quarterback, a running quarterback. I think those things come into play. We had this conversation on the phone, Kenny, when we were talking about it, and I said, for anyone to expect that Mariota was actually going to come in and start or take over snaps early on in the season, it's completely insane because all we've known Gruden to do is destroy quarterbacks that are new to his system. All we've known Gruden to do is just completely mind fuck everybody that comes in contact with him the first time that they do. So there's no way that Mariota is going to come into the Raiders system and turn out the starter. There's no way. Not with DC having 3 years on him in this system. There's no way. Okay. And that's for that very same reason. There's no doubt that DC is our best chance of winning because Nathan Peterman ain't it. and Mariota ain't it. Not in one season, not even a season, right? An off season that is the weirdest off season the NFL has ever had to fucking go through. There's no way he's gonna be that guy. Okay. There's no way. So taper back your expectations, because if Mariota ever does get an opportunity to actually steal away a starting position or a starting quarterback position from Derek Carr, it's not now. It's not going to be in this season. No. Unless the Raiders just completely shit the bed and they're out of playoff contention and out of the fucking division race early on in the season, you will not see Marcus Mariota. As excited as people were, as angry and fed up as people were with Derek Carr, it's just reality, y'all. Okay.
I think people looked at that, had his contract. You know, they looked at what his contract with all the incentives in it and said, okay, he got money, and then he got money, starter money in the incentives. Yeah. So people saw that and said, okay, well, you don't give a backup that kind of contract unless you think he gonna have a chance to become the starter. And I think people just jumped on that wagon and just rode it to, you know, up until they saw these balls going into the grounds, et cetera, you know.
No,
so
I would say absolutely. Like, people heard about the kind of the type of contract they gave Mariota, and I think we talked about it. We're like, oh, this is interesting, but let's not get it confused, right? Like, there's incentives for a reason, okay? Because your gameplay up to this point hasn't shown us a reason to pay you more than what we're willing to give you, okay? We're giving you incentives because we're trying to motivate your ass. We're trying to get you to want to do better because you haven't done that great till now, right? Up until this point, you kind of sucked it up, bro. Like, you lost your starting position to Ryan Tannehill, who left the fucking Miami Dolphins. Yeah, the Miami Dolphins, bro. Like, Miami Dolphins couldn't do shit with Ryan Tannehill, and you lost your job to him. Okay, so you're coming into the Raiders. Yeah, you're not going to get...
I think that was more so on the Dolphins than Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill was a first-round draft pick, too.
Yeah, and you know what? You may be right. Maybe Ryan Tannehill showcases that this season. I also think, he had Henry over there, so that fucking really allowed him to not have to showcase his downfalls. He had a decent defense. He had a good offensive line and a fucking good running back, one of the top running backs in the league last season. That's going to make up for a lot of your flaws. Wait till that shit falls on just solely on his shoulders. We'll see what that looks like.
Shout out to Raiders Hub. Thanks for the donation. He says, Cardale Jones got his job taken. Wouldn't call him a standout. I stand corrected. But I think anybody in the XFL was a standout as long as they made one football play.
You're a standout. Hey, you're definitely a standout if you were in the XFL and somehow made your way onto NFL roster. That's a stand. You're a standout.
You had shoes on. You are a standout. Shout out to Straight Right Sports. Thanks for the donation of $5. He says, Carr in his third year still learning the playbook. There's going to take time. Plus, this ain't no regular offseason to learn a complicated offense like Gruden's. I disagree. No. I think Derek Carr should know the playbook by now.
Fuck that. Fuck that, Straight Right Sports, okay? Derek Carr in his third season still learning the playbook? Fuck that. Okay, no. You don't get 3 seasons to learn the playbook, Straight Right Sports, okay? So that motherfucker is if he's still learning the playbook, you just built up a case against Derek Carr, man. If he's still trying to get this playbook down, we'll see you later, bro. Okay, because goddamn, 3 seasons. It took you 3 seasons. What are you doing with your spare time, Derek Carr? Like, what do you do with your spare time? You know, I hope that's not the case. I really hope that's not the case. Derek Carr should have this fucking playbook down, and he should know like the back of his fucking hand. Okay.
Yeah.
He should know like the back of his hand. And if he doesn't, that's a
No
fucking
excuses.
disappointment. That's
no,
a fucking
no more
disappointment.
excuses.
That's a fucking disappointment. You get paid to play football. Okay. I can't learn a playbook. You know why? Because I'm doing all kinds of other bullshit that actually has to help me pay my fucking bills. So I'm not gonna know what the fucking Raiders are playing. I don't know what their fucking playbook looks like. I don't know all the schemes. I don't have time for it, son. Okay, you ain't paying me fucking millions of dollars to learn that, so I'm not gonna do it. But Derek Carr, you are getting paid millions of dollars to learn it, so you better fucking know the goddamn playbook. Because if you don't, you're gonna hear about it. You're gonna hear about it.
One guy that always knew the playbook, no matter what position he filled, was Tom Flores. And it's about time everybody else gets on the same page as him and learns the fucking playbook of Tom Flores. Bobby, fill us in on what's going on with Tom Flores right now.
Damn travesty. That's what it is, man. The fact that this man has had to wait so long, so many times to get that call, to being told that he's there, he's a finalist and blah, blah, blah. I mean, he heard it again this year. You know, he got called on Wednesday. He got a call from David Baker, the president and CEO of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, letting him know that he was the number 1 coach that they had selected and recommended for next year, for 2021. And yeah, that sounds nice, but is it all talk, or are you guys actually going to do something? And that's where I come from. Tom Flores obviously is a little bit more graceful. You know, he actually said, quote, "Well, I'm very proud and honored. Really, I'm kind of overwhelmed right now. This is a dream come true that every football player, coach, anybody that's ever gone through the world of professional football and has liked it and loved it as much as I have, to get this stage and the opportunity to wear the gold jacket. I'll tell you, I'll pay for the jacket. It will be an honor if I can get that far, and it will be a dot that makes my career." So you see that? Even then, even after they made him wait so damn long, he still is like, you know what? I'll pay for the thing. Just stop jerking me around. And honestly, that's what he was basically trying to let them know. He won't tell them straight out. He won't be like, hey, you know what? This is some bullshit. But I'll let them know this is some straight out bullshit, dude. You over here, you got all these campaigns talking about, you know, Latinos and the NFL and blah, blah, blah. And you never once mention him or show Tom Flores' face. That's some straight bullshit right there, dude. A lot of the accolades that other coaches have gotten, Tom Flores was a man who actually did that right there, dude. He was a man who actually did that. So, you know what? He was very grateful for getting that phone call. But in reality, he's also very cautious and about his optimism, because as he talked to Rich Eisen, he basically let him know that, hey, man, I'm just being cautious after the whole quote unquote shoe-in year last year, which was, I have no idea what it was. He literally got blindsided, man. And like I said, it's an 83-year-old man, dude. Stop fucking with him. Let him in. I mean,
Vinny just pointed out that it's bullshit. They put that Keebler elf Tony Dungy in the Hall of Fame before Tom Flores.
You know what I'm saying?
He should still be hanging out in his tree making cookies while Tom Flores is wearing a gold jacket.
Dude, that guy, I wouldn't even let him make my damn cookies, dog. He'd be out there just straight fucking pushing the grass clippings, dude, to the damn lawn. That's the only thing where I would trace, or where I would actually trust him, man. Because, dude, straight out, man, like I said, as far as the NFL trying to say all-inclusive, this is before and everything, it goes to show you, man, that it's just inclusive when it comes to their pocketbook, man. And when it comes to Tom Flores, I mean, how long did he have to wait? How many Raider greats haven't we had that basically passed away before their time, before they even got actually inducted into the Hall of Fame? I mean, we have football players right now. We have players that should have been Hall of Famers. We have Cliff Branch, who died last year. Jack Tatum passed away as well in 2010. Todd Christensen, 2013, passed away. Dave Dalby, 2002. There's a lot more Raiders still alive that should be Hall of Famers. Please, Hall of Fame people, writers, whoever the hell it is that votes, stop BSing and start putting in our Raiders in there, man. I know there was this whole long-standing feud that we've had for the longest time, and dude, just get over it, bro. When you're over here talking about, oh, well, the whole reason why Tom Flores didn't get in is because of his years in Seattle and this and that. Dude, look at other coaches and look at their careers. What are their accolades like? Is it anything near to the same status that Tom Flores has? Hell no, it's not. It's just that's what they go with. Oh, well, Tom Flores doesn't stack up to the numbers now and blah, blah, blah. If he wanted to play that game, there'd be a lot of cats not in the Hall of Fame.
Mike Shanahan.
Yeah, dude, come on, man. Fuck that guy, dude.
Actually, Tom Flores beat a lot of good coaches. Go look at his record. Go look at his record against the greats and see. The thing about him not getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, which I've said, and I think I'm gonna just continue to stick by this. I feel bad that it's looked at like this, but I think they attribute all of his work to Al Davis, and they already put Al Davis in the Hall of Fame, and he didn't have such a successful career away from Al Davis. And so the two Super Bowls, Al had his hand on the team. It's unfair. It really is. It's unfair. But I think that's how the Hall has looked at it for so long. And you're right. Don't make another mistake. Don't do like Kenny Stabler and wait till they dead to put him in the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Put him in. Go look at his body of work. Whether you blame that on Al Davis or whatever, go look at his body of work, his win-loss record, what coaches he beat, how many times he beat those coaches. He beat Coryell. He beat some of the best coaches, the Chuck Knowles, the coach for just go look at his records. I can't go all the way through it right now, but he beat some of the greats more so than they beat him, and by a big margin too. So
gold jackets belong on shoulders, not tombstones. The NFL shoulders, not tombstones.
Amen.
If you appreciate these people,
yep,
you want to show them they're appreciated, do it while they're on this earth. You coward pieces of shit. You want to talk about
motherfuckers.
The NFL wants to be involved in social injustice and progressivism. Put your fucking money where your fucking mouth is and give this guy a gold jacket. He's done more for your league than all of these other coaches combined.
That's right.
Not only that, how many coaches do you actually see out there mixing it up still with the crowd?
Hey.
Tom Flores still mix it up out there with Raider Nation, dude. So it's not like
but that's Raider Nation, bro. That's the difference between Raider Nation. That's why we are different, bro. That's what makes us greater than most fan bases and most families.
Different breed of fan.
We're a different breed, from the coaches, from the ownership, all the way down to the fan base. It's like there's nothing like it. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I don't care what any hater says. I don't care what any fan of other team wants to say. You guys can't replicate this. Y'all can't replicate this. This is one of a kind. And you'll see it when we come to your fucking town. You'll see it when we come to your town.
Right.
More.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, every time Tom Flores comes up, man, I really get passionate about that because it just really pisses me off, man. How many times haven't all of us gone through the accolades that Tom Flores has, man? I mean, how many of us haven't listed all of them and said this is the reason why and blah blah blah, and it just gets it's a tiring conversation to have, man, to be trying to fight for somebody. I mean, how the fuck did Jimmy Johnson, dude? Come on. Fuck that guy and his hair.
He's in the Aquanet Hall of Fame, bro.
Yeah, fucking A, dog. He belongs next to all the cholas fucking back in the 90s and the copetas, dude. That's the only Hall of Fame Jimmy Johnson belongs in.
Jimmy Sassoon Johnson, bro.
Yeah, Jimmy Sassoon.
Jimmy Jojoba Johnson, bro.
Jimmy Sassoon. Yo, I have an idea for Dallas. You guys want to make a fucking if you guys want to do a Thursday night helmet, it should be Jimmy Johnson's hair, bro.
No.
It should just be.
Hey, that's how Arnette cut his finger, bro. He was like, "Wow." He was like, "Wow."
Oh, that Jimmy Johnson helmet, bro. Hey, but listen, real quick, man. Okay, because Bobby brought up a great point about how many other minority players, owners, coaches, well, owners, I don't know. We don't have a fucking minority owner in the NFL. So I need to pull back on that one. Let's wait for that to happen. But minority coaches, minority players are honored before Tom Flores. What kind of bullshit is that?
They never mentioned him.
What kind of bullshit is that? Because Tom Flores was a quarterback. Tom Flores was an assistant coach. Tom Flores was a head coach. Okay. Tom Flores did it all and won it all.
Was he also a general manager?
Yep, he was actually president and GM of the Seattle Seahawks, the first Latino NFL president, dude.
Come on now.
Pa que vean, bro.
You guys want to talk about minorities, and you want to fucking preach to the crowd about these people. Tom Flores is at the top of the list, and that's no hate on anybody else. But how could you overlook the fucking man that started it all? Like, that's bullshit. And Modelo, as our new sponsor, you better come up with a fucking commercial and right your wrongs, because putting motherfucking Tony Gonzalez and fucking Anthony Munoz from the Cincinnati Bengals as the Hispanic fucking group that represents the NFL as the most inspiring fucking Hispanics out there, get the fuck out of here. Okay. There was a man that came before all of them.
I can hear bottles of paste pecani sauce opening up right now.
New York City.
Well, can you believe they said get a rope in that commercial? Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Bro.
I do. Come on now, I'm brown, bro. I believe a lot of shit that happens in this country.
I can't believe
Come on
that,
now.
man. Jesus.
Come on now. I'm brown, bro. I've seen it all. Now listen.
Brown.
Brown. But listen, man. Stop fucking around, okay? Stop fucking pulling this dude's heartstrings around and get this man into the fucking Hall of Fame and do right by him, because it all starts and ends with him, okay? As soon as you get this man into the Hall of Fame, then you will satisfy more fans than you understand, because he's our representative. And for those of you who didn't know that, now you fucking know, okay? I don't care if you're a fan of the Raiders or not. You owe a lot to this man. You owe a lot to this man. If you look like me and you look like Bobby, you owe a lot to this man.
That's right. I mean, shit, dude. He fucking coached Jim Plunkett, bro.
Add Jimmy. Can we get Jimmy in the fucking? Come on now. Two Super Bowls. I don't give a fuck. Two Super Bowls.
We got a lot more cats that need to be in that Hall of Fame, dude. Lester Hayes.
Cliff Branch got to be after Tom goes in. If Cliff Branch isn't in, that's some fucking bullshit.
It's a travesty.
Come on now. That's bullshit, man. Cliff should have been in, man. He should have been in. Like, there's no question about his numbers. Go ahead and look at the 70s numbers. Go ahead and look at the players that existed in his era. There's
most
not a
career postseason receptions in the NFL.
You can't find a handful of players that put up better numbers and stats than fucking Cliff Branch did in that time. Come on.
I got to call timeout really quick because we've gone. I don't want to get us off this topic. We'll get right back to it. But we did have a super chat comment that I want to recognize.
Pillaging.
Beto in Cali says, I don't think it's learning as much as he now will have the weapons. Look at what he did with Accountant Renfro and Waller. So talking about Derek Carr. Look, thank you for the donation of $24.99. I appreciate that. You're not wrong. Thank you. Right back at you, Bobby.
The heavy breath. Look.
Like, you're not wrong, but you're not 100% right either. I mean, if you're just going to stand there and take a taco for a loss. And you got Josh Jacobs doing jumping jacks because he's wide open. It's got more to do with the lack of weapons.
Oh man.
Go back and listen to episodes 78 through 135. And I think we explained it pretty clearly somewhere in there.
Yeah, that's right around the time when we started getting a lot of hate mail. a lot of hate in the DMs and social media. Right there.
Very generous. So I don't want to like diminish your comment because I don't think you're entirely wrong.
Not at all.
I get your point. There's what you're saying is there's just way too many weapons there right now. There's like zero excuses left. So we'll end there. We'll just jump forward to that because that's kind of what I'm reading between the lines, and I think we agree with each other. I think we just wording it differently. So I appreciate that. I'm sorry to get us off topic, guys. That comment came in like 10 minutes ago, right as we transitioned out. So I try not to let super chat comments go.
That was the right thing to do. Because we appreciate y'all.
And the accountant Renfro, that was funny. That was funny. Renfro did my taxes this year, and I got to say, I was really happy with Renfro. Appreciate it.
Yo, Renfro was he was my substitute teacher for driver's ed class, bro.
Hunter TurboTax Renfro. We're gonna call him right now. H&R Block, bro. H&R Block, bro. Hunter Renfro, bro. He can throw the block too, so I like that. H&R Block, TurboTax. If anything came out of that, we got that.
Oh man.
But anyways, back to Tom Flores. You got some bullet points over here, Bobby. I'm reading your notes right now. Get to them, bro, because you got some good notes in here. You got some really good notes.
Oh, well, it was just, like I said, man, it was just the accolades that I have listed out right there, man. And like I said, I'll go through it real quick, just for the sake of argument and for all of y'all that haven't heard it already. 1960 makes his first career start as the first quarterback in Raiders history. 1963 records first 400-yard passing performance in Raider history. 66 named to the Pro Bowl. 69 was a member of a Super Bowl winning team for Super Bowl IV. We'll leave it at that. 72 joins the Raider coaching staff. 76 Flores is a member of the Raider Super Bowl 11 winning coaching staff. 79 promoted to head coach of the Raiders. 1980 becomes the first Latino head coach to win Super Bowl. Raiders' first wildcard team to win Super Bowl. 1983 leads the Raiders to the second Super Bowl title in 4 years. 87 retires from coaching after the 1987 season. 89 joins the Seattle Seahawks as the team's president / GM, the first Latino NFL team president to do that. 92 he returns to the coaching as a head coach for the Seahawks. 94 he retired a second time from coaching. And 97 to 2017, he was a member of the Raiders radio broadcast. And 2011, he received the Roberto Clemente Award for Sports Excellence from National Council La Raza. Ciao! That's right.
Ciao.
2012, he inducted into the Bay Area Sports Hall of Fame. That's right, dude. Bay love right there. And in 2017, he was awarded the National Trailblazer Award by LULAC, which is the League of United Latin American Citizens. So there's quite a few accolades there that Tom Flores has. So if you need to know what's up, there you go. I just gave the rundown. And please, as we said before, the man is 83 years old. Stop teasing him with this. You're in it. Oh, psych. No, you're not. Just correct the mistakes that you have been doing for so long. Get Tom Flores in there. Get Cliff Branch in there because, man, dude, Cliff Branch was also pure class, man. So get these folks in there before it's too late, man. And Cliff Branch, RIP, baby.
Mm-hmm. It's Modelo time, fool. Let's go.
Yeah.
Fuck. Make it happen. Man. Make it happen. Hey, I just want to share this with the crew. This stuff's fucked up, bro. This is fucked up.
The fuck?
They're clowning on LeBron way too much, bro. Clowning on LeBron way too much, bro.
That's Ches boy, bro.
Anyways, that was exclusive to YouTube. You won't get that if you didn't tune in. That was a visual joke.
Fuck that. LeBron needs to pick his fucking game up, bro. He had a good scoring game the other night, but you missed that many fucking free throws. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. The Mamba would never. Okay, the Mamba would never.
You're about to go off, and I feel you, bro.
I know. That was it. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop
right.
there. I'm gonna stop there.
I'm gonna let you run after show. We're gonna get on that. Yeah, stick around. Now it's the time that everyone's been waiting for, man. We're rubber's meeting the road in these GROAT votes. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we had the first half of our semifinals this week. This is getting interesting. Next week is going to be a doozy. We're going to go over those matchups as we move on to. So let me go ahead. I guess I should I can share the screen right here, right? So let's start with it. Matchup number one, we had Jim Otto, who was ranked number 1 overall, right? 0-0 versus Steve Wisniewski, had the number 8 ranking, made it into the semifinal. This was not close. Jim Otto in a landslide. We had matchup number 2, Art Shell versus Dave Casper. I myself voted for Dave Casper, goes to the post. Even though I lobbied hard for Art Shell for a lot of reasons in his matchup. Dave Casper.
Not gonna lie, dude. I was very torn between that one right there.
Which way did you go? You went
well, you know what? I tell everybody this is how I basically went the same way I bet whenever I play the roulette table. I just basically I did 4 votes for Art Shell and 4 votes for Dave Casper. And
son of a bitch.
I think like I won, you know? I feel like I won.
Kane, you voted for Casper?
I voted for Casper.
Yeah. Yeah, I did too, man. I did too. You got a whole play named after you, bro. Yeah. Let's move on. Matchup 3 in that bracket was Dave Dalby versus John Madden. Don't pay attention to these rankings. I had them wrong. Dalby was 6. I think Madden was actually ranked 3rd overall. So this is not an upset. John Madden taking 95% of the vote. And then Gene Upshaw versus Rodney Hudson, ranked 2nd and 10th respectively. Gene Upshaw taking 91.6% of the vote. Moving on to bracket B, where we had mostly defensive players and a couple. We had Al Davis in there. Al Davis ranked number 1 in that bracket, as he should be, the favorite to win the whole thing. John Matuzak had a really unfortunate matchup here. I think in any other matchup, John Matuzak probably shows out a lot better, but Al Davis taking basically 96% of the vote. And matchup 2, this is the one that had people emailing me and messaging me like, God damn it, Kenny, why'd you do this to me? Howie Long versus Ted Hendricks. Kane, which way did you go in this vote?
I went with Ted Hendricks.
Bobby, which way did you go in this vote?
Dude, another one that I was very, very I was just torn between, man, because I do have the man's jersey. I do love the way he hit. I'm a defensive cat, but at the same time, if we're talking about the way the man hits, there's nobody else like kick him in the head, Ted, bro. So I had to vote for Ted Hendricks on this one, bro. I just couldn't not. And sorry, Howie, I love you, bro.
Yeah, I went Howie Long here, but I paused for like 5 minutes. I was like, let me come back to that. It was the last one that I voted on, and I just went Howie Long. I couldn't get the flat top out of my head. Che, where did you vote on this?
I mean, my vote's with Howie, bro. I mean, I was raised on some Howie Long. You know what I mean? My cousin sported the fucking the Howie mullet, bro. The sporty top with the fucking party in the back. They had that shit, brother.
Did they have the neck roll too, bro?
Shout out. They had my uncle O too. My uncle Big O had that Kentucky waterfalls flowing down his neck, bro. Okay. So I mean,
a Tennessee tuxedo.
That's actually gonna be my next haircut, bro. That's why I'm letting the hair grow.
Y'all need to see the combination that Uncle O used to bring with that. He brought heat, bro. He had this lion ruby ring that he wore, bro. He was coming in like the goddamn Godfather. Okay. Yeah, he was good. It's a lion. It was a lion with a ruby in its mouth, bro.
Yeah, bro. Don't ever catch a backhand with that one, bro. You got Simba.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, bro. He had the symbol ring. Matchup number 3 in this group was Fu versus University of Mars, Otis Sistrunk. I know Kane voted for Otis, man, the man from Mars, right, Kane?
Yes, sir.
What was your thinking on that? Why did you pick Otis over Phil?
You know, that was a hard one for me. Just like you know, just like the Howie Long and the Howie Long and Ted Hendricks vote. That was, you know, that was a hard one for me. But Otis Sistrunk, they called him from the University of Mars for a reason, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to give him that. He was a solid player on the line, more than a solid player. He should be in the Hall of Fame too.
The steam coming off his head and shit, bro.
Man, hey, that was a beast. You didn't want to see him on Sundays across the way from you. You know what I'm saying? Man,
Mauler.
Not to take anything away from Villapiano, because he was a beast at his position too. But I had to go with Otis Sistrunk.
Guys, I'm not mad how any of these shook out, but I'm a little disappointed that some of these weren't closer. Like, you know, Fu, we love Fu. Like, he is the voice of Raider Nation. He is the bard of Raider Nation. He is the storyteller he's a silver and black storyteller, right? He is that guy right now. He's the one that has all of it locked up here. Like, I really want Phil to write a book. I really hope that Phil can write a book or maybe dictate a book to somebody that can write it for him.
That'd be cool.
That would be awesome. That would be fucking awesome. But, man, to take 84% of the vote against Otis, it should have been closer than that, no matter how it pans out. Howie Long and Ted Hendricks, 82% to 17%. Should have been closer than that. And matchup number 4, another one that I thought was going to be a lot closer, Greg Townsend versus Rod Martin. This one was kind of close. You had Rod Martin getting about 27% of the vote and Greg Townsend taking 73% of the vote. I thought these were going to be a lot closer.
That one was easy for me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but still. And then I won't say his real name, 24 in the chat. He's an original pillager from PJ4F.com. He says, never trust the voting system on PJ4F with Dakota around. You know, normally that's true, 24, but I saw no shenanigans in this voting. We saw a lot of those troll votes early on, but I think Dakota was on his best behavior here. And to be fair, Dakota's always pushed the ballot box early in the week and then backed off, and things usually level out. He makes it interesting, but we haven't really had anything go absolutely sideways. But you are right. 24. So, so that's it for this week. That's who's going to be moving on. So I'll update the bracket right now, but I also want to give you guys a sneak peek into next week. So next week we got Tom Flores versus Tim Brown.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. Tom Flores ranked 1, and Tim Brown was actually ranked 8th in this bracket. You had, and let me actually set the justification here because I'm a stickler for formatting. Bo Jackson ranked 5 versus Marcus Allen ranked 4. Bo Jackson versus Mark. We spent a good hour debating this on the show like a month ago. That's going to be a hell of a vote. Jim Plunkett versus Kenny Stabler, which may not be that close. It might be. It's a generational vote, really, in my opinion. But we all know who's probably should win that. But that's still going to be a good conversation. We'll talk a little bit more about that. And then last but not least in this bracket, you got Freddie B versus Cliff Branch. Damn, these are hella matchups. We saved the best class. Yeah. And then you got Ron in the next bracket over. You got Ron Wolf versus Mike Haynes. You got Lester Hayes versus Willie Brown. George Atkinson versus Charles Woodson. And Ray Guy versus Jack Tatum coming up next week. That's going to be crazy. That's going to be absolutely wild. Any shockers for you guys in this week's voting? Anything at all?
For me, like I said, it was just there were a couple where, just like you guys, I was like, I'm going to vote on these the last. And I'm just going to go through all of these first. And then I had to just, circle back and then be like, fuck, what the hell am I really going to do? Like, who am I really going to choose right here? Because, like I said, there's players that stack up equally, and some, it's just favorites because they're your favorites. And then it's like, well, how do they stack up next to this cat? It's like, damn it. So it was definitely a lot of those. It's like, shit, I just want to stuff the ballot box as much as possible, man. Be that guy they warn you about.
Hey,
Now, for me, I just kind of reached back to the old school. You know, if it was an old school player against a newer school player, you know, then I just kind of, my heart is with the old school team. You know what I mean? I mean, not that I'm not with the LA Raiders, but, you know, my heart is with the old school. So,
yeah,
you know, when it came to Howie Long and Ted Hendricks, you got to go with the Mad Stork. When it came with Otis Sistrunk, you know, you had to go with Otis Sistrunk, University of Mars. You know, so that's just kind of how I looked at it, because all of these players are great players, and they all deserve most of them deserve a space in the Hall of Fame. I mean, you know, the Raiders could own the Hall of Fame. They have so many great players who come through those doors. So, you know, I just looked at it like, okay, I went this route, you know, but any one of those people could win any one of those brackets.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm looking at who did progress in these brackets, and we must have had something right with these rankings. People had issues with our ranking system, but if you take a look at how it shook out in the quarterfinals and brackets A and B, you're going to have 2 versus 3 and 1 versus 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And in bracket B, it's the same thing. You're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be Al Davis versus Howie Long, Phil Filippiano versus Gene Upshaw. Okay. And then you're going to have Jim Otto versus Art Shell and John Madden versus Gene Upshaw, which is wild. Wait, Greg Townsend. My bad. Phil Filippiano versus Greg Townsend is what I meant to say. And what was it? So Phil versus Greg Townsend and John Madden versus Gene Upshaw. So that's what we're looking at in the quarterfinals for bracket A and B. But again, we move on to finish off the semifinals next week in bracket C and D. And I think these are some of the toughest votes that we've had so far in this competition. So we'll get those posted up early this week, either tomorrow or Tuesday. And you guys got to get on it, pj4f.com, to vote on these. Pretty simple. It'll be the top posted article in a day or two. So make sure you get over there, vote as many times as you can, stuff the ballot box. We do encourage and allow mail-in voting. So
that's right, dog. Do it now. Stuff the ballot box before they start dismantling the machines.
We will not shut down the post office. Okay. We're not trying to get our votes through.
Yeah. And we'll have a little bit more competition.
We're not catering to a certain group of people.
Yeah.
Hey, Che, who won that painting?
Bro, that was a while ago. That's Daniel.
Oh, okay.
And Daniel, you brought, but it's good that you bring that up, because Daniel's been worried. He's been a little concerned because the painting is still on the wall over here.
Just sitting there comfortably.
Daddy done hit me up, and he's like, hey, so about that painting. No, listen, dog, I'm struggling to get this.
It's in the mail. It's like right behind him.
Struggling. No, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't gotten it in the mail, and I haven't said that. Obviously, it's right there. It's right here. But as you can see, it hasn't gone anywhere else, dog. It's not gonna go to somebody else. He was a little concerned that if he was still the winner.
It's kind of both ours.
it's just I'm just gonna keep it at my house.
It's yours. I'm just gonna hold on to it for you. You know what I mean?
No, not at all, dog. Not at all, dog. No, I'm trying to get it documented with like a high resolution camera or scanner, just because I want to have that in my portfolio. And so it's not easy, man. Your boy Che, like I said earlier in the show, doesn't have a whole lot of cash to be able to have all those things set and ready for when he's ready to let go of a painting. And I apologize for that, but it is a giveaway, and so I hope you're patient with me. Like I said to you in the DMs, I said I hope that it's worth your weight. I hope you feel it's worth your weight, and I guarantee you it will get to you, dog. There's no doubt about that. So I'm trying to work things out with my buddy who has a camera. Run into some snags, if you will, lately. So there might be a little longer delay, but I promise you, this painting belongs to you, Danny. This one right here, not this one because it's not finished yet. This one right here, it belongs to you. It's still intact. It's whole. It's a full-on canvas. It's painted. This isn't a fake or a spoof. You're getting the real deal, bro. It's coming to you, nobody else. Okay. So as soon as I can make that happen, I will, bro. And I will. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go ahead when that actually I'm actually able to get it in the mail. I'm gonna fucking post a video, just so you know that it's coming your way, dog. Okay. I'm gonna post a tweet of me mailing it off, packaging it up, getting it all nice and pretty for you, and I hope, like I said, I hope you enjoy it.
Make sure you get his address in that video too. So that's real
Yeah, check
so he knows you got it right. You know, Damage Incorporated just says Daniel gets custody of the painting on weekends. Daniel's gonna be real pissed off when this shows up in the mail instead. Shay, do you want to explain this?
Oh man, so yes, this is this little story we decided to throw in there because we thought it was fucking hilarious, as you can see from these women standing there with their very protected faces.
Very fashionable.
She looks like she's about to weld a vagina shut, bro.
She's about to crochet it shut. She's about to crochet.
Looks like she's about to pull a tooth out your butthole, bro. I don't know what are these masks are for.
Man, oh my god. So this is, oh, you want to know what the name of these masks are? I'm going to tell you. Okay, so this mask was created by Shannon O'Toole. And some of y'all might be saying, what the fuck does that have to do with us? Well, Shannon O'Toole is the wife of the Raiders' senior offensive assistant, John Morton. Okay, so Shannon was very concerned.
Go out on a limb and say Shannon don't have a day job. I'm gonna go out on a limb.
No, she's definitely a stay-at-home mom. No, I don't know. No hate on you, Shannon. I don't know what your life is like. I'm not gonna talk shit on you. But this seems like something a stay-at-home mom would do. But anyway, Shannon decided, you know what? Fuck COVID. Okay, COVID's got me stressed out. And my family comes first. And fuck all these little paper masks because they're not covering my eyeballs. So she said, I'm going to make a goddamn face shield. But face shield isn't going to cover everything, so I got to add something to it. I got to make it more tight, more secure. So I'm going to put all this cloth around it. And now we're cooking. And so what you see on your screen right now is the face mask, and this is called the Shan Shield.
I'm not gonna lie. Until COVID's over, I'm rocking these at the strip club.
Oh man, Shan
Oh
Shield.
man,
I'm just gonna say this, Shannon. I need a Shan Shield because I need to make sure that my beard does not get contaminated. I need to cover it. I need to keep the oxygen within. I need to keep the pH balance on my on my face. Please,
how awesome would it be if the Pillaging Podcast was sponsored by Shan Shield?
Yeah,
that would be awesome, dude. I would rock that. I'd rock that everywhere. I wear it in the shower, bro. I don't care.
And first and foremost, Shannon, come on. How are you gonna be a Raider coach wife and not post up a picture of a Shan Shield with some Raider logos? God damn it!
It's the first thing I thought, bro. It's the first thing I thought. I know she got one. I know she's got one.
You got tomatoes and all kinds of stuff. I mean, I guess Mark Davis didn't give her the thumbs up. She probably got a letter in the mail.
You can get sued for
For
that,
the
you
Raider
know.
lawyers.
You
Oh,
guys
we
are
know.
probably
We know. We know, Kane.
right. If you're worried about that, Shannon, I got a logo that looks very reminiscent of the Raiders logo. You can use at your own risk.
Play
Just
at
saying.
your own risk. Girl. Play at your own risk. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Oh man.
But listen, man. So, yeah, Shannon thought it was a great idea to take this plastic shield that a lot of people are wearing,
You don't
and
sneeze, sneeze with that thing on, bro.
and cover around the face. You know, her the biggest thing for her was, you know, protecting her children, her family's eyes, but also being able to show her appreciation to the workers of the grocery stores with a smile. Shannon, we salute you.
There you go.
We're doing your damn thing.
Protect your neck.
Protect your neck.
You know what? I like this idea though, because when this COVID outbreak first happened, you know, I was doing meal delivery. I was doing like Meals on Wheels and stuff to the senior homes, and they give us masks but no eye gear. And you know, it's kind of been swept under the rug, but a lot of that was coming out when this first happened, is the droplets can settle in your eyes. So I think it's a brilliant idea. Shannon, good looking out. We're making a lot of jokes. It is kind of funny looking, but you know what? This whole world is funny looking right now. So if you can't laugh a little bit at it, what can you do?
Well,
But
not
Shannon,
only that too, Doc, but you also have to think about it as well, is that for all those deaf people who, you know, who actually rely on being able to read people's lips, it's actually a good idea as well, man.
yeah.
There
And
you go. All that
yeah.
aside, it's functional.
It is functional. It is functional. I do not want the one with the ladybugs on it, though. I'm thinking.
Hey, dude, if that gets a box of Allegiant Stadium delivered to my house with the little song and then the tickets and all that and the patch, shit, dude, I'll rock that motherfucker all year. I don't care, dude.
Protect your neck. Guys, we got one minute phone call and then we're out of here. You guys want to hit it right now?
Let's do it.
Yo, Kenny, Che, Pillaging, Bobby Crew, Rolls and King. What's up, guys? See Jon Fish. I'm here in Oceanside. I am actually drinking a beach retreat.
See Jon Fish. This is not the first time that this has happened. You're a little slurred. You got the washcloth over your mouth trying to disguise your voice. I know you're in Wit Pro. I know you're in Wit Pro down there in Diego. I know John's not your real name. I know we got to protect a lot of identities here on the show. But if you can't call in with a good connection, I can't play your call. So I want to hear your call. I would read the transcript, but Google Transcript is on some shit right now. Yeah, I don't know. I can't figure it out. Let's try because I like you. John's a good friend of the show. John Sullivan.
Yeah, John.
He's cool, man.
John done.
As far as
his
John knew
duty.
when he was calling in, this was crystal clear. He has no idea that it's not his fault.
From Pizza Court in my shower. And I was just giving you a call to congratulate you for other people's misfortune. I know Scott here is down. They done later songs because there's no need for.
I'm not. I can't make it out, guys. Are you making it out? Are you getting any of that?
I heard that he was trying to congratulate somebody for other
Sound like he been drinking.
other people's misfortune.
Number one is down. Number two becomes number one. So you know what? Cheers to you. Love you guys. Hope you're doing well. Peace.
We love you too, John.
I heard that last
We love
part.
you too, John. We love you.
I heard that
we love
part,
you too.
yeah.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
Jon Fish.
Oh man, see
Yeah.
Jon Fish. He's
Have you ever-
listen. The first time we ever met see Jon Fish, he came through the tailgate with 2 4-packs of beers, and this is before we had a solid tailgate spot, so we were kind of all over the place. I think I was behind the van in between 2 cars barbecuing, and he came through with those beautiful, lovely San Diego beers, and he's been our guy ever since. So see John Fish, man, we appreciate you, dog, and we're sorry that your call didn't come through clear, but we know where you stand, though. We know you ride with us, and we ride with you too.
And where's all the other callers at, man? It was nice to hear John's voice, even though we couldn't make it out. We haven't heard you in a while. Hey, there's news out there, guys. We're ramping up. Regular season starts September 12th. Like, call in. You know the number, 408-909 PJFF. It's not 4F. It's PJFF on the phone call. So call in, y'all. The phone lines are always open. You can call in, leave a message whenever you want. Whether you're driving to work or taking a shit, just I don't want to hear the flush. And because I said that, I'm going to get like 4 flush phone calls. You know what?
Hey,
call in.
They keep it real, dog. Pillagers keep it real.
Oh, man.
Speaking of keeping it real, if you ever wanted painting and it's never showed up at your house, go ahead and smash that like button.
Oh, yeah.
If you ever had your pussy welded shut, smash that like button.
If you ever dreamed of wearing a Shannon shield, hit that like button.
Oh, man.
If you've ever been kicked out of a strip club for coughing too close to the talent, smash that like button. If you ever met Pitbull at the Modelo Cantina Club, smash that like button.
Oh, man.
Hey, you know what? The only Pitbull I respect is a Pitbull from the Player Haters. Pitbull!
If you've ever unsubscribed from another Raiders podcast, go ahead and smash that like button. Yeah. Just a reminder, guys, smash that like button, bang that subscribe button, hit that little bell so you know when we go on the air live. You're working from home anyways. You can afford to stay up late. Join us every Sunday night. We will be back next week. Any parting words before we get out of here, guys?
If you want to stop the spread of coronavirus, smash that like button.
Boom.
Oh.
There it goes. You heard it here first.
Perfect word.
Pillaging Podcast stops corona. You heard it.
Get on it, Fauci.
Right.
Come on, Fauci, what the fuck? Let the people
next week, yes,
know. Oh, man. Hey, I just want to say we appreciate all y'all for tuning in, man. It was a nice group of y'all up in the chat tonight. You know, we're going to try to stay consistent for y'all because you know what? The season's right around the corner. We're about to get this going, man. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
That's right. Stay safe, everybody out there, because it is
out.
wild, but be safe.
Shout out to my lady, Silver Selfie, for the fantastic birthday dinners. You're a real one. It's our anniversary this week. I'm going to take care of you. I love you, hon. I love all of you guys out there. I love all the pillagers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, whether it was live or on the playback. You guys are the MVPs, and we appreciate you to the fullest. But that's it for this week's show. Tune in every week, wherever podcasts are found. I'm Kenny Stapler, joined this week by
your boy, Chet.
Hey.
Bobby Wasabi.
Stay safe, everyone. Until next week, keep the wind in your sails and the rum in your mug. And pillage on, Raider Nation. We out here. Peace. Go Raiders.
Raiders.
Like a freight train coming, you're blowing the town. Like a diesel motor, you never shut down. With your pistons pumping, you're mowing them down. It's a sight to see, they all lay their money down. When you're gone, hell, you ain't acting right. When you're gone, I can still see your eyes. When you're gone, this'll be my last goodbye. When you're gone, gone, gone. When the sky is gray you to do it all again. Until the next time I hear your name, or right beside you now, my thoughts to remain. When you're gone, I'll be missing you. When you're gone, mama, I can still see your eyes. When you're gone, mama, this'll be my last goodbye. When you're gone, gone, gone. When you're gone,